Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon, you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, right, brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Monrovia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Fonjema, Maryland, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. If you eat Cape congratulate my brother, to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You wanna get a news update, to spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you about today?
Spoon TV. Spoon.
Yes, what you about today?
Spoon.
Beseku.
Spoon TV. Spoon.
Bada.
Spoon.
Skidibidi dabado.
Spoon TV. Spoon entertainment.
Kuwa. Beseku, kudileo. Kuwa, kudileo.
On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon radio station. Spoon television.
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEO, Stan coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon, you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, right, brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Monrovia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Rastafari. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you bati leo. Yes, what you bati leo. Beseku. Barabari. Skidibidi dabado.
Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band, charges on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon television. Spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Moravia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Vonjema, Maryland, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. If you eat kepa, gradually, my brother, to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You wanna get a news update, to spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you bati leo. Yes, what you bati leo. Beseku. Barabari. Skidibidi dabado.
Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, stand tongue with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon.
The things Zanaka was doing. No. If our young person was doing it, Zanakawa was going to scare them with cartel that nothing inside. They ain't get nothing inside. No power, no traditional power inside, nothing. Any traditional chief that gets smartphone and roller watch.
Says I think it's right air condition car.
Any traditional chief, as in the sense of soul and burial and traditional chief, that got cell phone, that smartphone, will watch that.
Who has that?
Zanakawa. That papa is smart and he just using job we are in his own. That man that no traditional man. Zanakawa.
Say they got to take it easy.
Hey, please, I'm speaking as senator. That man is greedy. He's unprincipled. He using these people in the name of traditional chief. He get no power behind him. He have power behind him. Where miracle or gonna win. He can't even make a web win. In district number 2 in Grandmaster Canada. He didn't want to get major we are win.
And the propagandists, they're just talking. And they all know that we cannot go to an election in this country. Maybe in other country, Waka can defeat.
Oh, yeah, when you say it, because there's a serious thing we're coming to this place here. And I told the PO I wanted to talk to you this morning when I was sharing my observer. You see? It's an issue. Why would the boiler be marked before time?
We don't know what a mistake coming from.
What do you mean what a mistake coming from? Why should it be marked to George Weah? It was marked. It's not a mistake. It can't be a mistake. This is not a mistake. You said a mistake? This is not a mistake, oh. PO, this is not a mistake. This is not a mistake. No, you gotta talk on camera. We need to know why it was marked. I am the supervisor here. And I told you this morning, I saw criminals and pastor here. And I will let this go viral. No ballot should be marked. No ballot should be marked. Yeah, when you say it, because there's a serious thing we're coming to this place here. And I told the PO I wanted to talk to you this morning when I was sharing my observer. You see? It's an issue. Why would the boiler be marked before time?
We don't know what a mistake coming from.
What do you mean what a mistake coming from? Why should it be marked to George Weah? It was marked. It's not a mistake. It can't be a mistake. This is not a mistake. You said a mistake? This is not a mistake, oh. PO, this is not a mistake. This is not a mistake. No, you cannot talk on camera. We need to know why it was marked. I am the supervisor here. And I told you this morning, I saw criminals and passing here. And I will let this go viral. No ballot should be marked. No ballot should be marked.
Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon, you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon.
Emphasizing on electoral violence, and I would love to be specific. Of recent, we witnessed a terrible incident occurred at the Japanese freeway area, and that incident was actually occurred between supporters believed to come from the CDC and ACOP. We saw some Liberians were maltreated. Do you have any record on that? And perhaps if you did any investigation, what's the conclusion of your investigation? And lastly, you talk about asking political parties to stop, announcing election results. Clearly, it has been seen that the CDC and the Unity Party have been doing this over the time. So, what has been your stand? And as we go for the runoff on Tuesday, if you notice any political parties doing this, what could be the consequence that you will do?
Well, you have to draw a line between election or electoral violation and what would amount to a crime. I take note of the fact that I think Spoon started announcing results before anybody else. Probably you also need to examine yourself so that next time you will be helpful, you will take the lead in telling people do not announce early results. With respect to what occurred on the freeway, it is still being investigated. There are several incidents around the country that are being investigated. That's why the law provides for what we call statute of limitation. Sometimes you have 3 years to bring action. So people should not believe that because we do not charge and take you to court before the election, investigation will not continue after the election. Once it is a crime, even those who registered twice, we have the list from the NEC. They are being investigated. They are being pursued. It is difficult because
Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Okay, so Tune to Spoon to be a part of our discussion, Tune to Spoon, to have your views heard, of course, to air your view, to express yourselves, to talk about the different issues of concerns. I want to say welcome again to the program. This is the late night show, the late night politics on Spoon. Thanks to you for joining us tonight. You're listening to your radio, you're watching your TV, you are you're just somewhere, somehow, somewhere you're on your phone. I want to say thanks again for joining us. This is the late night show. This is where we gather to agree or disagree, but putting first the interest of our country, talking about how uh, we can, all make our respective contributions to getting Liberia a better country. So I'd like to say welcome to the program tonight. My name is Nelson Colette, and as usual, I'm going to bring in the team here tonight. Let me bring in the team. But I want to say share the program as you come on. I'm asking that you kindly share the show so we have a great conversation here tonight. Let me welcome some of those in the comment section just before I go ahead. Let me take some of those in the comment section. I see Fumba, Vamoya Sayon, yes, Gabriel Louise says he's following from Bapolu County. Bapolu County. I'm bringing the guys on now while we do this. Hey, Sandy, welcome. It's good to have you, Chief.
Thank you, Nelson. How you doing,
What's
man?
going on? The
Yeah,
background looks very, very bright today. Did you
I
add
clean
extra light?
I clean my camera. That's it.
Ah,
Yeah, it looks bright. Looks
your,
so
your,
bright.
your camera has this very good quality, and you've been allowing the
Yeah,
particles to hold it down.
particle. We can't call them the particles.
But
Gentlemen, how you doing, man?
yeah,
Good,
you're
good.
streaming.
I got
You're streaming like let me say that you're streaming like someone who's using a 4K webcam. I don't know, but it's good. It has a
Yeah,
very
I had. So this is my work computer. I do most of what I do is meetings and meetings like this.
okay. That kind of
So
Zoom
yeah,
stuff.
the people
Okay.
set me up with some nice stuff.
Oh, yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah,
It's good. But
yeah,
I thanks for being here tonight. I appreciate the fact that you're on.
yeah.
And yes, let me welcome Francis. Francis, thanks a lot.
You're welcome, man. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, Francis, I share the screenshot with you, right? Omar, our
What
Omar.
screenshot?
Oh, I mean, I thought I shared the screenshot with you.
You see how they make it do?
No, listen, it's not a bad thing. Come on, Francis.
but for first of all, they meant when they meant put you in the when you volunteer to go in the back, just go watch the show. He's not bringing you back.
That means
Like
supposed to volunteer.
May not bring you back.
That means supposed
you
to
volunteer
volunteer.
go in the back.
Oh man, so now the man said,
No.
we gotta rotate. I said, you know what? Good, let's rotate. Let me help out. Let me be a special. Let me set the example. Never again.
Yeah, that's part of being a sacrificial lamb.
But
when you decide
you behind the back, you need to text someone on the show to read. You know what I mean? Like I know, right? You need to text someone on the show to let a man know. Say my man friends are behind the back. Oh, my man friends at the back. You know? Because you got watching you guys last night.
That's interesting. But again, no, I'm talking about our Oman, Madam Ruth Harris. She's an ardent follower of the show. Let me give it all to her tonight. You're there in New Jersey. Thanks for always following the show. And she's always, whenever she follows the show, whether on her TV, especially on her TV, she will take a photo. So when Francis is making a very good point, she would take a nice picture, crop it. You see only Francis and Francis need it, and then she post it and talk about the point you were making at that particular time.
Shout out to my Omar Roof, man.
Yeah,
that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, and she did the same thing for Toure as well. She did the same thing for Toure.
You actually sent me the screenshot, but then when I look, the thing disappeared. I said, "But wait, now what
Really?
What you go ahead.
No, I don't know. I didn't take notice of that. I thought I thought it remained in the chat room.
No, I saw
I
it. But
didn't
look,
know.
man, I saw it though. But to be quite honest, we have
Yeah.
built family here, man. I think like our viewers and the panelists, we have really built that family kind of like we're on the show, I believe, 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
One of our viewers actually commented to say she just loved the fact that we have built this kind of family atmosphere here, and she prays
Yeah.
that we all keep it together. You know what I mean? And I was
Absolutely.
like,
Yeah, certainly. Listen, the late night show is here. The late night show is here to stay. This is something that we've all come together to do for our country. Uh, Young people, the bright minds in our country will all come up here and always express themselves on different issues. And you guys know that we may not be perfect, but we try to be as tolerant as we can here, so
right.
that regardless of what your views are, man, you can disagree. Even in the comment section, there are times they will say some real good things. Let me find that better choice of words. So real good things. So now you read the comments that you say, now you think about, did the person really write this to me? But listen, that's the beauty of democracy. Everyone needs that space where they can express themselves.
Yeah.
And so it's just important that we come up here. And I want to say welcome again to the show. Let me bring our brother Josh on. Josh Weeder. I didn't mean late last week.
I remember when how Joy
Yeah,
feels
man.
though, like just someone took a recess from him.
And like brand people did. They made Touré. They were
I remember
tired last
they
night. George and
Oh,
Touré
brother,
were
man.
tired last night.
Brother, our tired friend saw me, right? I did not sleep on
I
the
saw
show.
Touré. I saw George. I said, "From Nancy can see them men and sleeping."
but let me tell you something. After in fact, we ended so late last night. We ended very late. Here in Liberia, it was around 6 a.m. going to 7 a.m. when we got through. So,
Damn.
and then I drove, went somewhere, sometime there before going back home. Look, when I tried to catch some sleep, it was
Time to go back to work.
it was something else for me. I almost missed out on the entire next press conference today. But again, that's what it is. But it's a good thing that we're here again, and I appreciate Josh. Thank you for being here, man. I see.
But Nelson, I just saw a picture in the place that where you showing any
I mean,
sort
I
of
mean, I mean,
emotion.
I mean, don't bring that other story here. I beg you to read. The warrior don't do to me in that chat room. All right.
Guys,
The
thank you
man,
so
the
much.
man, the man didn't play with me in the chat room. Let me bring Kevin on. The man didn't play with me in the chat
I
room.
try to get rid of all of my BS where I can look different, but people can still recognize me. It's not easy.
Oh, so wait.
So I said, let me just wear the t-shirt one time.
So Josh, after the defeat, you cut your beard.
I shave everything off, my man. I say so nobody can recognize me, but still, my man, the book can still recognize
He's a
me.
born
You got
again.
your knee here. You
Oh,
got your knee
God.
right here.
George is a born again.
The born again, my man. The man trying to look different. Nobody's
Kevin,
good.
welcome.
Thank you, Nelson. Thank you, everyone. George is now a born again Touré. Don't make him feel found the show yet.
Hey, you see,
He hasn't changed.
But I send you words. I send it words.
Send
Kevin,
it.
so skinny. Georgia consider now it's time for us to unify our country.
No, George said he's not going to do that.
No, guys. Do we all agree that when we come on this show, we, as part of our duty here, is to equally please our listeners? Do we agree on that?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So do we agree? I'm
There's
driving
some form of
somewhere. Do we
entertainment here.
agree? Do we agree that sometimes when they request for certain things, we have to do it for them?
Yes.
Okay. So now
somebody was cutting onion next to Nelson.
Is it true, Nelson? I saw him cutting
no,
onion
that's
next to
viewers.
you.
Soiree is not viewers. Soiree are panelists. So it's different.
What?
They both try to fix things. We try
Rahim,
to fix
yeah, I'm
things.
Play.
Nelson and the team, I beg you. I got something to say. Sorry that I'm saying it on air. You know, there's a flyer share in our chat room about they cleaning up, the volunteer to clean up, and CEO talk about it. They they bring beyond, it happens to be my niece.
Okay.
So I don't know. I was thinking if we could, if I could share the link with them, and they come on just to maybe tell the people how they came about with the idea, or they should call you and then you talk it over with the CEO
So can we bring them on Monday?
on
Can we bring
Monday.
them on Monday? Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Can we bring them on Monday?
All right.
Yeah.
So should I give
Yeah.
your number to them so they call you?
Oh yeah, certainly.
All right,
My
thank you.
number
Because what they told me is that from the moment CEO announced it, or they have already been like having too many concerns and all
okay.
of this stuff. So yeah, and
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
I told them I was going
That's
to
a
talk.
very good idea. Suddenly, people are becoming to volunteer to help their nation. That's good. That couldn't have happened on Josh here. Nobody wanted to volunteer.
When you have
They wanted
better
everything to
leadership
sit me
coming
out to
in.
do
I
everything.
mean, you don't jump the
Global
ship.
They wanted to sit me out to do everything. That now
No,
they
they said it
volunteer
may.
now.
You remember, George? You see why I always get problem with you.
You don't
And
Okay.
forget it, my
Okay.
man. That's that go on,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
What is it?
Okay.
You
They
don't
got
You
people
are
to
trying.
volunteer now.
no,
It's not a good
Nelson,
thing.
George shouldn't say that.
It's a
You
good
remember
thing.
Nelson when George Weah won the election when he said
Okay.
citizens were
Okay.
not going to
Kevin,
be
Kevin, you
citizens.
got a
Let
link,
me
right?
just say
You got a
something.
link. You got a link,
Let me
right?
just say something. The mayor had a big program for George Weah. George Weah, that program raised a lot of money. Nelson, are lying? Are lying?
No. No. No.
No, I
No.
It
watched that
was
program.
celebrated in the entire Liberia. But the moment
Yeah.
people, when the whole agenda changed, people started getting frustrated in a very early stage.
Yeah.
That's the reason,
People are
George.
incapable of sticking to anything. I'm not even
Yeah.
So
talking.
No
so
president, excuse me, Nelson. No presidency in Liberia will ever succeed, regardless of what President Taylor said, that when you're not friends with the West, you will not succeed. No, if the citizenry don't put a hand around any presidency, I don't care how much support you can get from the international community, you will not make it,
No,
because
absolutely.
So
No,
what
George,
is
I
the
couldn't agree
lesson
with you
then?
more.
people need to
That's
do that.
true.
Yeah,
So
That's true.
George,
But you
what is
have
the
to create.
what advice do you have to
You have to
give to
create that
leaders telling?
avenue,
It means that they
that
should know that the
environment.
citizen,
no, guys, I like the way you hijack the show. You're just carrying it, but you do it one at a
sorry,
time.
sorry.
okay.
No, but what George is saying is,
That's true.
I agree. If the citizenry is not embracing your idea, it won't work. But you, as a leader, has to create that environment for the citizens to feel welcome. But what they did was, instead of presenting themselves as working for the citizens, they made it seem as though the citizens work for them. They are civil servants. You work for the people, not the other way around. So you have to create that environment for citizens to embrace your ideas.
Look,
That's the
guys,
only way it will work.
thank you. Look, I understand, and guess what? Information is a very powerful tool that any government
True.
needs to use. But guess what? This government that's about to go now did not prioritize information and communication.
You're right,
What they
George.
prioritized was to build what they want to build, but nobody was seeing what they were doing. And that's why our advisors incoming government, if you don't utilize spoon properly, because spoon is the spoon we got in Liberia now. Anybody that wants to eat a spoon, if you don't prioritize spoon, my
Go
brother,
spoon.
this government will fail. Because guess what? Spoon will turn around and start telling the people they're doing nothing. Because the people can see anything, the people will believe that they are doing nothing. Information is powerful. And once the citizens
That's
are
true.
not informed, you are done.
But
And that's
Josh,
why I blame Josh Weah. I blame Josh Weah. Look, we have ELBC and we have Lena. But even Samuel Twe could not go on Lena to go and talk. He will look for Spoon to go and talk. You see it? So people, gravitated towards Spoon. And now when Spoon capitulated, everything
no
fall
both.
down.
Agreeing
Because
there.
what
You know both.
everything
Agreeing
finished.
there.
I go in this.
Agreeing with that, or
Guys,
lying.
so that I would tell.
I don't know what I want. I see he get love, but he not make it. He not make. I can see the love. I can see the. Oh shit! He now make it hard left looking. You will see the love in him. He get love for Liberian people. Shit. He just not make it. He trying to face things. Shit. Trying to fix things. Trying. Where you want sure? Shit, man. Good thing get head, man. Training too stupid, man. Good thing get head.
Hello. So Kevin, please mute. So it was demanded by one of our followers in the comment section. So sorry, I'll do that. But again, it's a great way to start the conversation. I like to say thanks to everyone. Oh, we still got people in the background. Y'all want a link? Y'all want to come on? Y'all
Don't
try to
bring
do
Marie,
that.
please. Don't bring Marie. I get too troublesome. Don't bring her. She asking for the link.
Marie said
I
you
want
want
the
to.
repeat of the show until the girl with gay people.
So maybe we need to add Marie in the chat room.
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe we need to do that. But I want to say thanks to everyone again. Now, it's no secret that we've gone past campaign. Who has the best agenda? Who has the best manifesto? We took up time to talk about it here, and it was a good thing. Seeing Jerry, welcome to the show. It's good to have you. It was a good thing coming on here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here.
Wow, Jerry, your microphone is always loud. Is it a microphone or what?
We that from Pelican, we speak with voice and authority so that people like Georgian will understand that when we spoke, we were very serious.
They may not bush go, man. The boy they can run beyond deer.
Yeah, I agree. They call me Bush Girl, man. Any kind of girl, man, but we beat you in the election.
Thank you, guys. Let's wait there. We're about to move
We
into
beat
the
you
show
in the
now.
election. You got to come and say thank you to me personally.
I'll come to Pelican.
Nelson.
Yeah.
You know, Jerry, when Jerry go at it,
Yeah. When Jerry does his
please, you can't hold it again. You can't hold it. Go with the whole thing.
But you know, it was a good thing coming up here. We had time to throw a little bit of light on the two platforms, the PAPD and the arrest from the Unity Party and that of the CDC, and you guys sold that to the Liberian people. Well, they made their decisions, and we're at a stage where we all know, though the National Elections Commission will be coming up officially with a pronouncement as to who won the November 14th election in our country, but it's glaring. It's clear now that the Unity Party won the elections based on the fact that President George Weah has conceded. He has congratulated President-elect Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai. Now, it's a new government. It's a whole new administration. There are different stages of this process. We've gravitated from one stage that has to do with telling the people why you want them to vote for you, selling your market to them. Let me put it out Liberian way. At that stage, sometimes people get lost. They say things the way they, the coin it in a way where it will sound pleasant in the ears of the voters. Sometimes they raise the expectation of the voters based on the way they coin their messages. Well, we've passed that stage. Next thing is inauguration committee will be set up, inauguration committee, next thing inauguration, bam, before you know it, the new government starts to work. Now, I want us to have some conversation around this. Josh, I know you supported Ambassador Boakai. You were here for over 3 months, pretty close to 4 months, telling the Liberian people why. Sorry, President George Weah, telling the Liberian people why you wanted you wanted them to vote for President George Weah, but he didn't make it. Despite that, we are still Liberians. The government coming is our government. I want us to talk about.
You didn't make mistake. You supported Georgia because some of the lies were making the people vex. That the number increase. Some of the lies.
Jerry, don't make me lose my train of thoughts here. So I want us to talk about the new administration. What do you expect from the new administration? There are different sectors. There are different areas you could speak about. And how do you think they can achieve that which your expectations are? Now, you could also speak to the Liberian people out there, maybe as per the way you think things are going to play out. But basically, what are your expectations? How would you expect the next government to take off? What are your expectations, and how do you think this administration or the coming administration um, can go about achieving that?
Thank you, Nelson, and thank you to everyone, guys. Look, it is an honor to be on this platform, and for the fact that I can talk against CEO all the time, he still allows me to be here. I think that's democracy, and we have to embrace it. So the thing is, one thing I want to strike here that is very important that I want Liberian people to know is that even though George Weah has conceded, but guess what? The counting is still going on, right? And it's just a hypothetical thing, right? If at all the counts go on and the numbers change suddenly for no reason, obviously, that concession speech will be trashed, right? So I just want people to know that in democracy, that's why they are still counting, even though George Weah said he conceded, but they will still count and they will still announce results coming in, right? Look, this is
On
not
Monday.
saying anything to the contrary. Yeah, this is not saying anything. I just want, because this is for also information for our people to learn things. Because people are saying now, oh, I don't know why they're still counting. If once the president concedes, so just go straight. No, democracy say they have to count and make sure that if George Weah actually got 30 vote, that 30 vote be known, because that goes into our history books. So they will still count. So if the numbers change, they will still announce any change. And George Weah, whatever speech he gives, will be trashed. But here's the thing: we have to move on as a country and as a people. I voted for George Weah and I supported him to everything, regardless of all the threats that I got, death threats. Even when I went to Liberia, certain places I could not go because not that people threatened me so much, but because myself I had concerns for my life, right? But this is a country we have to build. You know, this is the only place we cannot be deported from. That people say all the time. If the government is to succeed, I think one of the most important things it has to do is it don't have to be a UP government anymore. There has to be the government of the Republic of Liberia. And once you hold a passport, once you hold that allegiance to Liberia, you should be their partisan. Everyone is a partisan of Liberia, regardless of which sub-party we find ourselves in. And I think the government needs to now try to unite the country. Uniting the country is the most important thing, because when you're all united, even wrongs don't seem to be wrong. You know what I mean? People can learn. But let me tell you, if everyone were for CDC, if CDC had made everyone to be sedition in the country, let's say hypothetically, right? Nobody will going to complain about anything, because sedition don't complain about what George Weah did or whatever the government did, right? It's so saying that the government needs to first try to unite the people, because guess what? I saw videos from how they call it from Cape Mount that people were breaking into sedition homes and destroying things, and it was very, very much appalling. And the government now needs to start. Mr. Boyka or President Boyka now needs to go out there and call to come, just like George Weah did. George Weah told the people, go home. That made me cry when he said, go home, leave the streets. It is done. You know what I mean? He told his people to go home and start their normal days. The president-elect now needs to come out and tell the Liberian people, say, this, it is what it is, right? Let's move on. Forget about whatever happened, even though there will be all these things going on, but let's unite as a people, because in unity, success is sure, and we can be strong in unity. I think that's what the government needs to do.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna come back to you, but you struck a very important point. Jerry, I see your hand up. Jerry, you just coming. Jerry, hold on a bit, Jerry. Cindy, Francis, and all those guys were here. You met them here, but now, George, you struck a very important point when you spoke of the need to unite the country, how divided the country is. If you look at the the numbers coming out from the just in the elections, you have 49, a little over 49% of the votes already in favor of the ruling establishment, and you have a little over 50% of the votes in favor of the opposition, the Unity Party. That says a whole lot. That speaks to the extent to which Liberians are divided. So if you had maybe 20% of the vote in favor of a particular political party, and then 70% of the vote in the favor of another political party, in that case, you will say the division ratio there is not too high, because to a larger extent, a huge population of the citizenry, have like minds, they're thinking a certain way and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So that speaks to this whole thing about the need to reconcile the country and stuff like that. But now there are several sectors, there are different areas. Josh, from the look of things, where do you think this government would need to give some serious attention to as a way of taking off for a new administration? I'm talking about the coming government.
The coming government. Look,
Yeah.
Nelson, you're right. And let me put this into context.
Mhm.
When the final tabulation is completed, we realize that the new government that is coming won by just 10,000 votes, and even maybe less, right? That tells you that, like, let's say we got polling booths, right? Let's say 2 polling booths. That's where they led us. That's where they won the elections. That's just to put it in context. That is because there's 5,000 that is allowed to vote in every booth, right? So 2
No,
polling booths.
500.
Sorry, yeah. Let's say a polling place, right?
Yeah.
That can take 10,000 people. You know what I mean? That's the amount they won. So it is very critical that this government, by all means, bridge the gap, because a lot of people are crying. You know what I mean? The first thing, look, I don't think if Boyka goes now to Bill Road, quick and start to Bill Road, it's okay. People will move about, but unity will still not be there. But I think the best way he can build a country that will be unified and grow will be trying to appeal to the minds of the people and tell them, look, you did not vote for me, but I'm now your president. So whether you are sedition, Weashin, or UPIS, or whatever, we are now all Liberians, and we need to come together to build this nation. And don't be like seditions now. Even though CDC employ a lot of UPIS in the government, that's what caused her downfall. Still, you have to do the same.
You think so?
Yeah, invite the CDC as well, and give them opportunity to contribute to the society. I think that would be a good way of bridging the gap between the divide. But look, yeah, people can say that. Look, I saw a lot of people who work in this government, but now they are throwing talk to us now, right? Like the Small Arms Commission, the guy who was there, Grisby.
Maxwell
was
Grisby.
Maxwell with us. But guess what?
Yeah,
He campaigned against us because he was
but Maxwell Grisby, after he contested in one of the counties, one of the southeastern counties, right? Kind of county. Okay, great. I record seeing an article where he pledged his support to the ruling establishment. Am I wrong about that?
You're wrong.
I recall reading an article where he pledged his support to
second round, he was in the UP t-shirts in Sino campaigning against and said he was going to diminish our how they call it, our influence there, and he did. If you look at the first round records and the second round records, you realize that you guys took more votes than you took in the first round. But this is it. This is democracy. And that's why I continue to idolize George Weah, because he has changed a lot of things in our country. The things that could happen, that couldn't happen in Liberia, they will happen now. And we are hoping that all presidents that will succeed presidents to come will read the history and know that a man considered to defeat, even though the counting was not completed yet. It has never happened. It's never happened in Africa. It's happening in Liberia.
So George, if you say you guys, are you including Nelson too?
No, the men I include
No,
me.
I'm not
The
including.
men
That's just neutral. They generally they are the watchdog for the society. They will watch us, even though they can vote. I know he voted for UP, but we have to forget about that
How
one.
sure are you that I voted for you?
I can't be sure. I can't be sure unless you voted for neutral. That's the thing.
Listen, even the people living in my house don't know who I voted for.
I know, right? You that's why I can enjoy you. You are one of the guys I enjoy. Guess what? That place you overstep good flumo. You know what I mean? I think you are a very corny guy, but I will not use the word corny now.
Nothing is a
Very
jet,
smart
man. Me
guy.
and the man for
You're a
20
very
minutes
smart
back and
guy.
forth.
That's it. That man said that just because today we got to sharpen
20
some of
minutes
the
back and forth.
Things good
things.
from coming for it, man.
Yeah,
But
I know.
thank you, Josh. Thank you, Josh.
You're welcome.
Let's move over to Cindy. Gabriel, we're gonna come to you. You are the lone female here today. In fact, let me bring you here. Let me tell you from the play. Cindy, I don't want for you to be between Francis and Cindy. Oh, they Cindy man. Anyway.
The way I found it, they'll just be right there.
I know, right?
You see the webcam is extraordinary to me.
Don't share her with me and Francis. Just put her between me, you and myself.
You can tell that. No problem. No
My
problem.
sister there. My sister there. You put me next to her.
I get all smoke and lie here.
Yeah,
I can see.
Oh, you can hear, eh? Okay, so I got button here like a
like a popo in the back when they can see and they can hear.
But Cindy, let's hear from you. You came in on the show initially supporting Mr. Cummings. You came in as an ANC guy. There were times you received the latches. After some time, you decided to flip over. Then you went on to declare your support for Ambassador Blackeye. You said it was a tough decision, but you made it in a way. You threw your weight there, and you were here propagating the message. Cindy, let's start from here. What do you expect from this government as a way of taking off this whole administration? Where do you think they will have to start from? What are your expectations, firstly, from this government for maybe the first 6 months, or let's say the first 1 year? What are your expectations for this government, which you supported? You took up your time, came up here and spoke very good about. And where do you think they should start from?
So Nelson, my expectation and where they should start from. Look, starting off will be your challenge. We know that the guys in power right now, we know that they won't leave much, if they will leave anything at all. We know that Liberia is in debt, unnecessary debt, and we know that financially, starting off this new administration will be rough. What I expect and what I look forward to is that the incoming leadership will look across the entire country and pick the bright minds to help them transition into building a better Liberia. It will take the bright minds across the entire country. I will hope that the Ambassador Boakai will not make his appointments based on sympathy, empathy, or political affiliation. There are a lot of great people from the UP camp that, of course, the ambassador would trust to work with him, or that he trusts to work with him. But let the new government not be all about the Unity Party. When you are also looking into other camps, for instance, let us not be based on, solely based on their support to the Unity Party, or it shouldn't be based on, like I said, sympathy. For instance, I will get into the CDC and I'll retain Samuel Toy because, I want to be looked at as a good man. We know Samuel Toy will not do the work, right? So find the bright minds across the entire country and bring them into government to serve. Also, find those that have records of pure love and pure devotion to serve their country, dedication to serve their country. So a good administration is what I'm hoping to get. Bright minds, men and women, young and old, well-learned people. One of the issues Mr. Weah had President Weah had is that he appointed folks that were not qualified. And I kept saying this on the show. My brother George may not agree with me. But there were a lot of folks that were appointed just because they supported the CDC. I have a lot of friends and family that work for the Weah administration. Some of them would never talk to me again, but it's okay. But I mean, honestly, a lot of people were not qualified. Qualification is important. And let's also ensure that we are not misplacing people into position. It takes someone with a healthcare background, for instance, you put them into, security or whatever. Let's make sure we put people into position that they are trained, qualified to work in.
Okay.
And I want to agree with Mr. Widow that, there is a need to unite the country. Giving the percentage difference or the outcome of the election, we can tell that Liberians are divided. We can tell that the Southeast voted for their son, but it's expected. That's where he's from. The same way Lofa did for Mr. Wakai. It's expected. But yet, the incoming president must reach out to all Liberians. Give out a very strong message, be backed by action, and let us bring Liberia together. I keep borrowing from President Obama. There is not a Southeast, West, North Liberia. There is just one Liberia. So let us unite that one Liberia. Another thing I will hope to see, Nelson, and because I live here across, in these United States, I want to go home without worry about getting visa from Washington, D.C. Make that country visa free, man. Or visa upon arrival. Visa upon arrival, visa free, make it easier so people can go there. That will also boost the tourism sector of Liberia. I'm going to Rwanda soon. Do you know I don't have to worry about applying for a visa? I get to that airport, they will just stamp my passport. But right now, you want to go to Liberia, I have to mail my passport to Washington, D.C. Oh, man, why can't I get rid of that thing? So there are a lot of things, but I know that Liberia has a new leader, and we are very hopeful that Liberia will be better.
So now let's end up on this note. I'm going to bring the rest of the guys in, but let's end up on this note. There are different sectors. From agriculture to health to education, to just a whole lot. Which of those sectors you think the incoming government will have to take a runway from the very start?
So now you want me to sell my market? Because I'm a healthcare administrator. That's what I do for a living. And the healthcare in Liberia, as we can tell, and I'm not trying to, pick that area just because it's my expertise, but we can tell that our healthcare is poor. We can tell that our healthcare system has been destroyed. It's not prioritized, is my thing. It's not prioritized. Not that George Weah intentionally destroyed it. He built buildings, but the infrastructure, the training the right people to do the work, equipping the system has not been done. The healthcare need to be prioritized. The fundings that are coming from our donors, international partners from Liberia, need to be placed into the healthcare. That are for the healthcare must be placed into the healthcare. Let us put the right people in the healthcare sector to do the work. I'm not going to suggest who to appoint for Minister of Health, but let that person have a very strong administrative background. What we are seeing over the years is that our Minister of Health has been clinical, doctors. There's nothing wrong with that. But let's appoint administrators, leaders that understand how to operate healthcare to manage the effects of our healthcare sector.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Cindy.
And I'm far away, so if they call me, I can help too.
Okay.
I
Thanks
was
a whole lot.
Said that, Cindy.
10
Thank
seconds.
you. Hold on. Yeah, okay. You want to take 10 seconds quickly?
Yeah,
Go
look,
ahead. But
Sandy,
let me
thank
welcome
you.
let me welcome Marie and Shirley to the show. Thanks for joining us, guys. It's good to have the females coming on. I'll put all the
Just take your whole time. You don't need 10 seconds. Take your time. I'll go after you, or Kevin
yeah.
will go after
So
you. No,
Ture,
I
you want
mean,
to just take your time and just do all your stuff at once?
okay, yeah. So, yeah, thank you so very much, Nelson. Once again, good afternoon, good morning, good evening to all our viewers here in the United States and around the world. Yeah, Sandy, I'll just piggyback off of what Sandy just said. Look, I know we always look at this, say, oh, the president got a doctorate degree, but look, let's try to focus on administrators. Like, these are people that really like they see these things at a holistic level. Like, you know, just people that went to school to just study administration. You know, I think that's something we definitely get into. But let me talk about what GMB needs to do, right? Number one, I agree with George to a certain extent. And George, thank you so very much. But George, I just wish you would have made these recommendations to President George Manuel. But that's belated. Look, we know very well CDC's shortcoming was the fact that when they came to power, they decided to dismiss everybody. I'm talking about everybody. Some of these guys were trained by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. They should have kept at least 6 months or at least a year. So when you bring in your partisans in, they can learn underneath these people, you right? Get at least a year or two experience on these guys before you can bring them in. You know, when Ellen Johnson brought Amara Conan from the United States, she just didn't bring Amara Conan, made Amara Conan finance minister. Amara Conan work in your office, right? And then to plenty, right? And then came to Harvard, right? And then went back to become finance minister. That's how you do things. You don't just take people, you take Jefferson Koji and made a man mayor. You know, come on, man. That's not even helping Jefferson Koji. That's right there. It undermines Jefferson Koji. Because Koji not gonna say, no, Mr. President, I can't, I not know anything about this thing. Let me go learn about cleaning, you know, in China or somewhere in Europe, come back. But the man will accept it because you know what? That's what CDC wanted. Get rid of the professional. They were all bad people. Bring in our people that have not worked in any government, or they have not even had any professional career in their life, but you brought them into this very ministry. That is a recipe for disaster. JMB not going to do that. We know very well. The people understand. They say we have to sit on an old mat to plant a new one. They say the men that live long enough have seen a thing or two because they have experienced a thing or two. So the man going to find around. He's going to unify the country, all right? He's going to unify the country. He's going to look into CDC, LP, whatever, find the brightest mind of Liberians that can contribute to the reconstruction of a nation that needs so much to be done to it. So, I mean, we can all talk about how the country is divided. Yes, it's always the case after these contentious elections. People are going to have issues, right? The winner now, that burden of responsibility shoulders on President-elect Joseph Numa Bakai to unite the country, and we're going to see that. We're going to see that that's going to be the case. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that there's going to be a government that are going to represent all Liberians, irrespective of the people that voted for him or the people that didn't vote for him. Because at the end of the day, we are all Liberians, and that's what we're going to encourage. That's what we're going to preach. We sat there 3 months propagating for other political parties, and then we started supporting JMB. So that's going to be our position. We're going to say, look, for us to move Liberia forward, it's going to be the responsibility of all Liberians, right? It's just not going to be based on one tribe. We live in this country. The reason why America is considered as a beacon of hope, because this is the melting pot. America welcomes everybody. Whether you from Haiti, you from Burkina Faso, you from Liberia. The people don't look at where you from or your religion or your sexual orientation. The people only give you what you can bring to the table, your experience, your innovation, you know, everything you can bring to the table to advance the country. That's what the people are looking at. They're not looking at anything else. And I think that's the approach we're going to preach to JMB, and every one of us that supported JMB, that should be an approach that we all should look at. And people that supported JMB, it should not be based on entitlement. All right. Even if you're in a ring, you crawl in a ring to go to that campaign rally. That should not in any way say, oh, because I did this, then job should be given to me because of that. And people that did not support JMB to that length should be denied opportunity, even though they have the qualification and the experience to deliver. But because they are not in a ring, because they are not singing, all that stuff, they should not be denied opportunity based on that. It should be based on merit. It should not be based on or because I'm wearing the party flag all over the place. No, it should not be based on that. I think anybody who think that way, you are not doing justice to JMB. You're not doing justice to the Liberian people, because at the end of the day, we are all better people when we tend to respect our professional. Like our brother Sandy here, healthcare administrator. I mean, the brother now need to tell us, we all see what Sandy brings to the table on this platform every day. You know what I mean? We have Jerry here. You know, Jerry's a policy, guy. You know, and everybody that listen to Jerry know exactly what Jerry brings to the table. We have real estate people in a place here. There are a lot of professionals here. For instance, everybody here. You know what I'm saying? George, you're an engineer. Everybody here. Raymond, Sheikh, RT guy. A lot of different people with different diverse background that can help move this country forward. And I think that's the vision that we all should have. And that's the vision that I hope GMB going to look into in advance.
Thank you.
Thank
now,
you.
Toure, just finally, health, education, infrastructure development, agriculture. Which of those sectors you think the incoming administration should kick the ground running with?
You want me to choose one, Nelson?
Yeah, because maybe one or two.
One or two. Okay, I think two will be fair. Healthcare, definitely. Healthcare should be a priority. And agriculture, and then my third one will be road, because we need to connect that southeast, right, to mainland Liberia. You know, because there's no economic activities happening over there. And if people cannot bring their crops to mainland, then obviously, it diffuses the whole purpose of the growth that GMB want to bring, right? So that road should be a priority. We need to connect the southeast to mainland Liberia. And the healthcare, definitely, Nelson. Any country, because that's the thing, certain health condition and our brothers and sisters that are in a health area, right? If these things are not really dealt with, it impact learning abilities. You know what I mean? If children are not getting proper nutrition from an infant stage, Nelson, it's sort of like it destroys certain cell that definitely not going to enable them to process information sufficiently. So certain imbalance of nutrient can really hurt people. If
growth and all that kind of thing,
it delay growth, it delay processing. So unbalanced diet is troubling, and I think that will definitely, I can part that into food, because I'm telling you, any country that can feed yourself, that country is not actually a country. So nutrition, agriculture, but we know that GMB area there, GMB definitely going to do enough. He's going to put a lot of resources there to making sure that Liberians are able to feed themselves in at least 2-3 years time. Yeah.
Thank you. I think everyone is having a good time tonight, adequately exhausting what you want to talk about. Someone is asking for Vasco. Vasco just texted that he will hopefully come on. He has some issues he's working on. We wish him well. Mobile Soke as well could not make it on here today because he says today is weekend. The man say he's going to some kind of party or something. Yeah, the man chilling.
Mobile is a weekend special. Mobile is a weekend kind of special guy.
Let's take Francis. We're gonna go to our females now, but let's take Francis quickly, and then we'll take Kevin after Kevin, Jerry, and then we'll move to Shirley and Marie.
Okay. Good evening. Good morning, everyone. For me, the first thing I want to touch on is to put the past behind and focus on the future. So I'll put the past behind me by first congratulating President George Weah for conceding. But one thing I would like to address, and a lot of people have been talking about it, trying to make this a big deal. It's the fact that he conceded before the count is over, and also people are making this big deal of, oh, he's a very peaceful guy. He's doing what he's supposed to do in the first place. He shouldn't be getting any kudos for conceding. The math is the math. If they're giving the 0.42%, he's not going to get to 50%. So we are so used to this barbaric way of doing things in Africa, this primitive way of doing things where people refuse to leave office and take up arms, and all this craziness go on, and that's what we expect. And when George Weah or somebody, George Weah come up and concede, and people want to hail him as this mighty guy that starting a new trend. No, this is expected. We should demand and expect this as a people. Every country in the world should expect this. So we need to stop this stuff by trying to hail him as a peace-loving guy because he's not causing any problem. He's shooting. I thank you for conceding because that's what people do. That's how you transfer of power peacefully. But we should knock that crap up by saying, "Oh, see how peaceful he is." Ghana, Sierra Leone, or Guinea, and other places did that.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so Francis, I know you're going the other way, yes, but let's talk about the government.
Oh
the
yeah,
government.
I just want to put that behind me first before coming to the government, because it happened yesterday and people keep talking about it, and I think our brother George alluded to that.
So you want to get out to yesterday
I just want
topic?
people to change, and one thing else comes, our mindset has to change. It's expected. We require that. We don't have to be worried that if you lose an election, you will fight to keep power. That's ridiculous. But congratulate him for conceding. So now let's move to the.
George need to do what it bad for George.
No, come on, Jerry. You're not start interrupting this show. Please conclude. Francis, just.
I'm not concluding. Bringing people, our employees, the government accountable. We shouldn't be becoming divided. Oh, they said all this about my government. Now they're in power, so I'm going to give them help. No, we as the people should expect our government to do the things that we need. Because when the government does well, we the people benefit. It doesn't matter if you are Seditian, you are UPS or whatever, the Liberian people benefit. So that's what we should expect from one another. Togetherness. Because we can already see how divided the country is. 8 counties went to George Weah, 7 counties went to President Boycott. So we need to focus on and make the main thing, and stop all the distraction. Because these people in office, when they leave, we want to make sure our situation change for the better, not for the worse. So we as a people put policies aside for the next 6 years and focus on what we need. And that brings me to what we need when it comes to infrastructure. When it comes to what we need to focus on infrastructure, because in infrastructure, I know there are so many things that fall under infrastructure, but we need to look at roads. Roads should be our primary thing to focus on, because that's a national security issue. God forbid, our brothers and sisters are in the Southeast. God forbid, should any outbreak happens over there, when will our military or security forces get there? Are they going to travel through Ivory Coast and get to before getting back into the country to help our brothers and sisters and our moms and dads in the Southeast? No. So road is the national security issue that needs to be addressed immediately. Oh, Nelson, you're joking, right? Just give me 45 seconds.
You're done with the infrastructure. You're done with the sector now, right? You are emphasizing on the aspect of infrastructure development. You think that the incoming administration should kick the ground running.
To hit the ground running
with
road
infrastructure development.
Road.
You think that's a good way to start?
In order to open up the country, that's the most important thing right now, because our economy will not boom and food shortages will continue if the roads are not open, where people can move about to get their crops from one place to another. So we need to focus on that. Of course, healthcare, but without roads, our healthcare sector will not flourish. Without road, agriculture will not flourish. So that's what we need to focus on, and we need to hold these guys accountable. These guys are coming in.
We need to hold them accountable and make sure they are putting the right professionals in the right department, and then encourage sporadic auditing of all of these ministries. So, Liberians, let's forget about CDC Unity Party for the next 6 years. Let's focus on making sure Joseph Boakai and his people are doing what we need for them to do in order for us to be successful.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Francis. Let's hear from you, Kebet. The first female to speak on the show tonight. I see Marie is in the back. Okay, Marie will come on. Kebet, let's hear you then. Right after you will take Jerry, after Jerry, Shirley, and then Marie. Go ahead.
Thank you, Nelson. Good morning from where I am, from Liberia, and good afternoon from our friends in the US and every part of the world. Well, we all know that it's going to be a transition, and there are key things we should take into consideration. Um, One has to do with the economy. We all know, or we all have been hearing, until audit, substantial audit is proven. I'm speaking from the accounting point of view. I'm sorry.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is what your expectation is now. You
Yes,
starting up with your
because
expectations before coming
good,
to recommendation for the different sectors, right?
good.
Okay, so let's
So
hear you.
as an accountant, I will look forward to seeing a substantial audit from every government entity. It should be published for the entire Liberian to see and know. Two, the structure. There is no structure in the government sectors. Too many bypassing. We should get rid of that. Because even your home, if your home is not properly structured, your children go wayward. If you do not have law and order, you are going nowhere. So we want the structured. And Gen B, I'm telling you, Jerry Neiman, JMB, you emphasize on structure. Mind you, I will be calling your name when I'm ready to go on my show to talk. I will call your name when I see that it doesn't go the way it went or the way you said it. So we all should be here to put the entire Unity Party to the fire to make sure Liberia is delivered because he told us he's coming to set the structure for we, the young people, to take over. That key thing. The next has to do with the power sharing, like Jerry said, and George spoke about. Because he has gone into it deep, I'm just going to, like, we should know that before power sharing takes place, before transition takes place, it has to be organized by the whole party. That is the outgoing government official. So you want to have that connection with them. You want to have a new page with them. You want to have reconciled it with them to enable you have a proper transition. And we had about 18, okay, let's say 19 opposition political parties in the election. Forget about whether they endorse you or whatever. In the end, we are all Liberian. But
Okay. So that's the
power,
era of reconciliation now.
yeah, power sharing
And
should be given to people who deserve it. I am not talking about people who were hypocrites because people who took personal personal issues over Liberia should not be given Liberia's position. Those people will not seek good for you because they see you to be good in the first place. People who said they were neutral, stay in your neutrality. Do not
thank you.
come on. Then when you do that as a president elect, you are encouraging inclusion, because this is what we want, a government of inclusion. That will
No,
erase the multi-party system within your government, and it will give you a right platform to serve. After that, everyone should be taxed with a responsibility, and you should go with a mindset that if you do something on the contrary, you will be prosecuted or you'll be brought to public ridicule. That
thank you.
will only happen if prosecution is being done for those who have mismanaged, misused government property, government assets in your previous government you transitioned from
Thank
or
you.
you took over from.
Now, now,
So
now let's go to the sectors, because I see a lot of folks in the background. They want to come on as well. What
yeah,
are the
yeah.
sectors you think they
So
should keep in mind?
coming to the sectors, I would want GNB to prioritize the role,
Okay.
prioritize the education, agriculture, and health. Those four key places. One cannot work without the other. Sandy
But
have
but
already
is
spoken.
it possible? Is it possible for a new government like what is about to come in place now to kick to hit the ground running with all these four you just spoke of?
Yes, it is. It is possible. We need to forget about the thing to say, oh, there is no physical money in the cupboard. No, you have investors. Go outside. It is your responsibility. We are paying you to do it. Go outside and bring investors.
Thank
Bring
you.
people who can be able to employ other people. Create jobs. Create, meaningful investor, not the ones we had before.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, yes, it can be done. Those four
All right.
places are places that we really want the sitting government or the incoming government to prioritize. Sandy spoke about administration. One, my friend and I, we talk about this. How can a doctor be an administrator? I'm like, yeah, they do that. They do some kind of one administrative course, so they feel they know administration. This time around, it shouldn't be like that. There should be an independent committee set up for every appointed government officials to be vetted.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Let's leave you there and then move to Jerry. Jerry, I see Jerry has been seated for a while. He wants to unleash now. Jerry, please work within your time. Please. Jerry, just try to work within your time, Jerry. Please.
Why are
No
you
self.
much more like my other boy serving when we make George to be like guest speaker, yeah, just say you can't have to say sorry to him. When you got to be apologizing for lying to the Liberian people, then you want to give me time. Yeah,
You said when you
yeah.
had to
I
be
mean,
what
I
apologizing
mean,
for what lying to it?
of course
You
they
said you have
told
to be
lies. The
apologizing.
people can reject lies. The people can reject lies. They reject Booker
One
Denson.
minute, Jerry. 1 minute, Jerry. In case you want to put me in the back and bring somebody on, I can monitor from the back.
Okay.
You know
Thank you.
my problem. So
Yeah, I know.
mhm,
Thanks a lot.
mhm.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
mean,
so
don't want
Hey, I
people
can't have
to
a problem, Mister.
everybody have not less than 5 minutes here on the show when they spoke. But let me say, first of all,
Jerry,
I like to
what's your
say
statistics? Where is your data? Did you conduct any survey to inform that decision?
do
Let me bring the
replay. If you're able
information
to do
man.
replay, do replay.
Information. Welcome, Raymond. Raymond has an information. Quick ingestion.
Great
But go ahead,
information.
Jerry.
But
But Nelson, why you put Mary and myself in the middle?
Oh, you
I'm
want
just,
George to be in the middle, right?
I'm just
no, put
saying.
me in the middle. Put me in the middle. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. I'm a grown man. I want to manage. You see, even George can speak good. Yeah. I want to take care of two angles. But let me say a very big thank you to Sandy, our ladies, all of you that have been on this panel, Raymond, Francis, going calling names. That's why I don't just let you call names. Every one of you who did not just sacrifice your time to come on this platform, but spend your money. In some of the money, says some of our money not there. But God there. God know our problem. God know our heart. I want to say thank you plenty. Our brother Sheikh then that took their time, paid their way, go to Liberia. It's a good thing. That's why when you are going for a worthy cause, you can do. So I'd like to say thank you plenty. They now call plenty of me on the Spoon Talk and everywhere. Even when I spoke to the president-elect last evening in Liberia, he said, Jerry, I've heard you guys, and I'd like to say thank you plenty. God there, these were his words. So, I mean, JMB say, I will not disappoint you guys, everybody else. So I'll join him to say thank you plenty. And, we'll make sure a few in the coming days, JMB will call you and say thank you. Oh, yeah. We are working on the arrangement that you'll be on the phone and spoke to, and try to get his opinion to all rescue missionaries. I think Honorable Karishma is working on that also, but I'm in the know because of certain strategic corner I'm in. So my ear can drop small. But thank you plenty. Nelson, when it comes to what we expect, number one, even Joe Boaga is not happy. He wanted people to come from the southeast, and, to come for the inauguration. But you gotta take power for it before you get all right. So the road is terrible. Nobody can easily move from there. So like Joe Boaga said, in the first 100 days, the way I come from Pelican, even though car will not in my home, but the car will leading to Fishtown, where I can walk from and go to my home. We ain't putting quota there, we the asphalt pavement not going. But you can be guaranteed. If Joe Boaga can have the influence now before inauguration, no car will be stuck in the mud, even the dry season now. But the next time you hear about rainy season, my people, let me tell you, you will not know the difference between rainy season and dry season when it comes to road. We're not putting the quota there now, we've been saying let Georgia hear. So they can say, putting quota on the road, there will be no car stuck in the mud. It means that public work ministry, you think public work minister or whoever, Raymond knows what I'm talking about. He can better lecture you how stations can be built along the road and what is their responsibility. Bro, I want to get that education. I want you to lecture on later on when you have your time. That's what we're going to do. We're not going to keep them in my river to say, sit down here. I'm here for roads. I probably that made a side looking at that road. So I want to say thank you. Joe Boaga will do that one. That one.
So are you saying what he would do, or are you saying your expectation? We have to go to the aspect that has to do with
listen. Mm-hmm. I will come to my expectation. My expectation, because I don't have the power. I know there are a lot of the one I can take plenty of time. And I get too much bureaucracy and this that for me. And the one when I come to just grabbing somewhere to and lacking all that you might not leave the country for Air Classica. I know Air Near Classical Republic, I can call it. Me, I know too much, bro. That all of them are sitting in the country here.
Yeah, as a Republican.
Exactly. Yeah. And I want that my expectation. I expecting no, but I know because Boaga too, that paper that gets sent. He can follow the law, he get lawyer than me, and not lawyer. So I expecting that one. What I also expecting is the properties that we cannot explain, the law will tell later on that they should be able to turn some of them to medical schools so that we can have a consolidated medical facility that they will have the moreover consolidated school system. And those kind of stuff there. You arrest those things and make sure. So Joe Boaga, I expect for me, because I want in your part, because for me, I know already that you do a lot of things. So I don't have much expectation. I know that Joe Boaga is going to prosecute everyone. I want to make sure that even when how do you call the man from Magibi? Nathaniel Maggie is sitting there as a senator. And Bill Twawe is sitting there as a senator. We get Sema Serena for there. We will ask the UN embassy. I hope the new foreign minister, whoever you may be, I don't know, Because I said, I won't go Pelican to be Belgian farm. I agree. You make sure you ask the U.S. government to tell the evidence so that we can know any crime that these people committed for which they were sanctioned against the Liberian government or on the soil in Liberia. I expect that they will be prosecuted if it calls for to have bad elections in their areas, like the way we did when they lie and manufacture things against Bernie Samuka. Oh yeah, they want to call it wish hunt, and that wish hunt that accountability. Joe Barker stood his ground. He told Manasedi, whether you want to bring that person, you want to bring that person, give me the chain the way you should let me, let me should let my own person. They can't all the message if it's better I'm not president, but I will not take instruction from you. Because I believe
so now, Jerry, just to conclude, let's go to the sectors. What are the sectors you think they should kickstart things with? They should hit the ground running with.
Well, I mean, like we'll be doing other things, but I decided to emphasize much more on the 100-day plans. There were a lot of things in terms of fiscal audit, auditing the government to know what you are walking into, know our balances, how we can look at because everything we're talking about money being because building trust and confidence already, people trusted him already. They say, but the old man, it man could stand up to almost the woman called the Queen of Africa and say, you lucky and I'm president of Liberia, say. But I say yes, that yes. I say no, that no. It means he comes to principle. That man, if he meets Joe Biden or whoever the president of the United States will be, he'll say, no, the thing is not about just lecturing. We got it probably here, the Pelican going every rule. So, in conclusion, I say this much to our people. You have no cause to worry. The dream, some people can say the treasury are sick. Other social actors like how they call Mobile Zaga, I know Zoga, then will talk that one. And the treasury are sick. The person you've been looking for, the person, yeah. But anything you be doing in terms of accounting, people accounting for the money they looted in our country. Yeah, when I say, hey, the same way I used to say, hey, I didn't man get the country in your heart. Thank God, finally, I want to announce to everybody that the surgery was successful. We conducted the surgery.
Let's leave it there, Jerry.
From Jowia Heart.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
sir. We have to move on to Marie now, and hear what she has to say. Marie, it's good to have you on again. Raymond, let me welcome you again to the show. Thanks for being here, Shirley. The three persons that are here to speak. Let's start with you, Marie. What are your expectations? I know that. Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I know that you may not be one of those persons seen here from the very start of the show, but you were very active in the comment section from Spoon Talk to the late night show, and all your writings indicated that you've been a staunch supporter, a fearless supporter of Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai. What are your expectations now that Ambassador Boakai has been, the numbers and everything, his opponent, the president has conceded, and yes, he's the president elect. What are your expectations from this government that you supported all this while? What do you expect? And then next we'll go to the sectors you think they should hit the ground running with.
Thank you, Nelson. I don't want to be repetitive because a lot of my fellow panelists have almost said everything. But what I want to say in simple terms is I expect JMB to do what the Liberian people voted for him for. Um, and that is to say, his platform, everything that he laid out that he was going to do, even if it's not in 100%, I want him to touch on every one of them a little bit, because I feel as though that's what made the outgoing government fail massively, because they made promises. I don't want our politics to be just mere promises to the people. They need to do what they're telling the people, even if it's not 100%, but touch on every one of them. As well as road connectivity, just like everybody have said, and I want JMB to be very transparent, hold people accountable, especially the lawmakers and the government officials that's going to be in position. Nobody is going to stay home and not go to work and he don't hold them accountable. They need to do the job that they sign up for. If they do not have passion, because let's all agree here, the money that is expected to be paid to government officials in Liberia is not that much. But a lot of them are willing to leave from here to go back home only to steal from the Liberian people. So if they are going back home, they should have passion to do the job, not about the money. Because the money is not going to be enough without corruption. So if they don't want to be corrupt, they should have passion for the job that they're going back home to do to serve their country. And if they are not meeting his expectation, I expect him to hold them accountable and do the right thing. And Leslie, I want to say definitely the war and economic crime code. I want him to try to do something about it, because if
Okay.
not, the outgoing party is going to politicize, use that to politicize everything as a failure for his promises he made to the Liberian people.
Wow. Thanks a lot, Marie. Now let's talk about the sectors. What are a few sectors you think they should hit the ground running with?
Health definitely, just like everybody have stated, road connectivity is very, very major in our country, and definitely the sanitation. We need some form of healthy hygiene in our country. And I'm so blessed to be a part of the administration, like Sis Kebe stated previously, for this whole cleaning stuff that's coming up. And I want all of us to be a part of it.
Okay, but this whole administration thing, maybe we need to have some information about it. We need to talk to the guys, about it. For me, I just saw the flyer, sometime today. Well, that's something we could
Yeah,
talk
so what happened is
about.
when I saw the flyer, they created a WhatsApp, and they have a special group for the administration as well as a special group for people that are just going to participate. And at about right now, they have about over 2,000 people in the group already, willing to volunteer to clean.
To go and clean the country.
Right.
Moreover, you'll be cleaning, or that the entire country will be
So
clean.
actually they are all young people and they have smart ideas. So the plan is to do it globally, nationally, but then
Okay.
they decided because of the inauguration they would just stick to Morovia specifically, just to clean Morovia for now. And it's amazing they didn't stop there. A lot of them are thinking about how are we going to keep it clean going forward after we clean it for the
Okay.
inauguration. So it's amazing.
That's a good one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
We
I
need
just
to
wanted
have
to
the
add
guys.
like two
No, no,
seconds, 2 seconds,
no,
2 seconds.
Jerry. 2 seconds is usually when you do that finger like
No,
that. The 2 seconds is
no.
usually
Okay,
that
let
two
me not
seconds.
do a finger like that. There. I just wanted to add up to it because it's very important. You know, because moreover, right now is like an appalling ghetto. Yeah, it's like an abandoned village. That's how it looks like. So we have international guests that respect Joe Barker, cleanliness to godliness. So I mean, we want to make sure to ensure that the city is clean and policy framework. And not just the policy, with the policy book, we are much more concerned about the framework, which is the implementation strategy, the how. So they want is just to make Moreover decent so that when people can they can hold that nose. Because Moreover is an appalling ghetto.
And I
Thank
would
you.
just like to say to my sister Charlene, Kebe, and everybody, we need to find a way to help them. I'm excited. We can take part of it by,
Yeah,
raising funds. It's not just
you're not jump the discussion yet. We'll come to that one.
so.
We
Thank
I
you.
already told her we can get the guys on, and then we can talk about that as well. If it is 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes, everyone on the panel can ask them some questions about that. Yeah, we can have that conversation as well. But I appreciate the fact that you're a part of that arrangement, and you guys are thinking in that direction. Shirley, let's hear from you. Sylvester, thanks for joining the show. Are you chewing peanuts on the show or what?
It's just a candy, man. Why you
Oh.
always it's just a candy.
Y'all say don't peek out at mental there.
Yeah, you always speak on me, man. I'm punching back.
Go ahead, Shirley. Let's hear you. What are your expectations? Then we'll take
Oh my
Sylvester.
goodness. So our expectation, my expectation, there's so many expectation, and I first want to make it clear that I know it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time. But I hope and prayed that he will first start with auditing the past government. That is very important. That should be like the first thing that I'm hoping and praying that he's going to do. And then the next thing will be not just auditing the past government, but also make sure that the people that he's going to be putting into position are people that are going to make sure that they can make known of their asset before putting it
Okay.
into position. And that is important. That will kind of help us with the whole corruption thing where people get to enrich themselves overnight. So people that are coming into government, they need to let us know what are some of the businesses that they already have, what do they have in their bank account. Because if you are coming into government, you are working for the people. There is no secret anymore if you decide to be part of the government. So we want to make sure that he can have those people let us know their asset. So that's one. That's two.
That,
Um, I would also like to see that he is not focusing on, oh, because these people then sit on the midnight show. So if they reach out to me or I get access to the old man, I can call him for him to give me a job. No, the human resources process should be something that is very, very important. And I'm speaking from the HR perspective right now. The screening process should be something that, I mean, everything now is on the internet. There is no way I can apply for a job in America and put anything crazy on my resume, especially if you're applying for the high level position. You cannot make your resume up. They have LinkedIn, they have Facebook, they have all these other platforms that all they have to do, they just got to tap your name. Okay? Everything about you will come up. And so if you put X, Y, and Z position, or you come and pull, you graduated from Howard University, guess what? It's going to show that you're lying. So I will really, really, really ask the government, the incoming government, president elect, to focus on the HR process. Make sure that processes are in place. Where when people put stuff on their resume, indeed it is something, yes, they went to that school, yes, they were in America, because people will leave from here and they will go back to go serve. That is completely okay. You cannot be working in a bank here and then go and want to be the writer of some higher office, knowing that all you did here was loan processing. You cannot be a loan processor and want to be a writer. So you have to make sure that this is something that you have on your resume and you can actually do the work. So that
okay.
will actually be
So,
my
so
recommendation.
that is in terms of expectations.
Yes.
So now what are the sectors you think they should hit the ground running with?
Okay, so I put on a lot of cap here. I'm gonna focus on mental health. So to me, mental health is really important. I think that is my passion. I do have a master in human resources. I'm not trying to sell myself yet, guys, so I'm sorry, but I also do have a passion for mental health. And I've worked in mental health, higher level mental health, served as director, served as executive director for a long time. And that is what our country is lacking. But yet we have a lot of our brothers and sisters, even the one in America, who are in denial when it comes to mental health. Because you're not on the street crazy doesn't mean you don't have a mental health problem.
every one of us, especially those of us that were part of the war or have seen people die in front of us, we have some kind of mental health problem. So I would like for the president to focus on that. Focus on our older folk. Let's focus on their mental health because there are a lot of our older folk that are suffering from dementia. And we don't know that. So we see them, we be like, I love my acting crazy. I can't believe that she said it today and then she can't remember me. How the old man can't remember me? That is a disease. So if we focus on that and we be able to educate our people, carry those mental health courses into our school, educate the young people from the early age, educate our older people about mental health, and make them to know it's okay. Nothing wrong with you. You have mental health. Yes, it's part of life. Because dementia is part of life. When people are aging, they get that. But then we kind of like don't know what the disease is, so we don't know how to treat our people. And that's one of the reasons why I get into this field, because I saw how people treated my late great grandmother. I was like, I need to do some research. I need to go deep into this. And then we need to focus on our kids. There are some of our kids that are suffering from autism. And even here in America, the first thing we get to say, I rebuke you. You can say my child is delayed. I rebuke you. Yes, sorry, ma'am. Your child is delayed. It's a disease. Let's focus on that. Once we can focus on those things, I know there will be a better Liberia. And we have people that have the skill set to be able to help. I can volunteer my time. I can help. You don't have to pay me. But we need to educate our people that these things exist. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Shirley, for weighing in your thoughts on this. It's very important that we have these kinds of conversations.
And we'll talk about real estate later. That part is not. I watch so many, and I'm so proud of it. But we'll talk about real estate later. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Shirley. Thanks a whole lot.
Yeah, Nelson will talk about real estate tonight.
Okay, we're talking about real estate. I'm in too. I'm in for that.
My man, Ture has a way of trying to hijack the show as well, but that's okay.
You see, when I mean that he's talking, you say hijacking show.
No, but you Ture how to hijack the show. I mean, everyone can attest to that. That Jerry was the first person who started hijacking.
I mean, I just wanted to say that she can be rest assured that even the selection process, the selection of Jeremiah Kun.
Jerry, come on, man. Come on.
I mean, I say, one person I can talk
Raymond, can you take your time? Raymond,
can you Jerry, can you just tell what be talking and pay nobody no man.
So
go ahead.
My first expectation is that the president-elect will not do what the past government did, which was political patriotism. Because you protected me or supported me or got me elected, you should get a piece of the pie. Rather, recruit Liberians who have the requisite skills, qualification, and experience that aligns with the rescue mission vision in places with the right attitude to deliver, where there will be periodic evaluation. And those who are not living up to the expectation of delivering the goods for some reason should give way to others who are willing to work. In this recruitment process, you go beyond party lines, regional lines, but people who have character. Some people are educated, but they are thieves. And that all those who come in government should come with clean hands, because we cannot continue business as usual. I'm a non-partisan, so I'm not a unity partisan. We supported this rescue mission because we believe in the vision of the rescue mission. And we're going to hold the rescue mission to this and nothing less. We're not going to lower the bar for them. And then I expect them to do thorough audit so that all those who've committed financial crimes in our country and otherwise, bad governance, can be held liable, to set a precedent that will be government appointees will know their public funds are not private funds, and they're not meant to be abused and misused. That they belong to the Liberian people and for their benefits and the benefits of all Liberians and all those who reside in our country. I expect all this integrity institution to be strengthened, because that's how we're going to build a better democracy and the country can work for all. I expect the strengthening of the private sector, and all that won't come without an austerity form of government, where government should reduce her expenditure, wasteful spending, tighten the belt so that government can have a lot more money to go into other places like education, agriculture, and the likes. And I expect roads, because roads are so critical that they help to boost the economy, reduce transportation costs, and even the maintenance of vehicles. If you have good roads, the cost, that the monies that you save on vehicle maintenance alone, when you do the math, you realize you have a lot that you save. Even the cost of transportation, all those money can go into other things, and even agriculture will not be possible without good roads. And even healthcare, because you can't leave from your home to the hospital and seek healthcare in time, especially given the circumstances of pregnant women. So roads are very critical. So I expect, and in 2017, when the vice president was asked during the debate, he said, roads, roads, roads. And that was the slogan of his campaign then. So I believe he hasn't gotten rid of that. And I expect, especially the human capacity development of the young people, a lot of that are languishing around Monrovia, don't have a skill set. And a lot of people have a lot of energy and can contribute to the development of our country if they are only prioritized and placed in a place that their labor can be rewarded. I'll stop here and answer a few questions.
Okay, so thanks a lot, Raymond. I think
Remember, you didn't emphasize the issue of that road structuring stuff I talked about. That's my only concern.
So when it comes to the road maintenance, sub-regions, we can do regions, right? And so there's a lot to be done with roads, especially F roads. But if I go into it, bro, I will go so deep and it will take a lot of time. So because the procedure, but it's what I just want to.
Is it possible, Raymond? Is it possible?
Of course it is. It just requires having the requisite equipment, right? The compassion of the road, because it has to do with the soil, the earth. And the greatest enemy of the road is water, moisture. And we have rainy season. So during the rainy season, we need the road to be shaped in a way that when it rains, the water can leave the surface of the road and go into the drainages. And the drainages can take the water from the roadside to other water bodies, like cross drainages and the likes.
Thank you.
So there are a couple of things you can do. And another thing to do for road maintenance is to ensure that there are not shade covering the road. Because when shade covering the road, moisture will not leave the earth fast. And then you need earth moving equipment to take bad soil from the road, soil that are getting saturated, and also find soil along the road that are good for road maintenance purposes. So you go there, take the equipment, and compact the road properly. Because when users use the road, it turns to damage the soil a little bit. So once you can keep doing that, you can keep maintaining the road.
Thank you. George said that Unity Party engineering.
Me that the road form by we need
we need funds,
But guys, let's do this.
Nelson, can I say something real quick? Can I say something real
quick? Jerry, you're not hijacking us today.
Easier said than done. So
can I say something real quick? I
it's
actually
love done, Josh. I don't know whether you ever worked in the road sector before. If you have,
no.
I have.
So, give me a low profile of your work.
We're not about to debate on
how guys.
Now,
let's talk behind the scene. Let's talk behind the scene.
One thing I know for on the scene, there are other engineers listening. and
Sorry, guys, I want to make a
we
quick
say who's
point.
right and who's wrong.
Guys, do you want us to arrange a segment between
Probably
George and
that
Raymond
would be
on
great.
this
I want to
opportunity
say,
hearing?
I mean, Nelson, the last time we tried that, it did not work.
I want
No,
to
it
say
can work,
something.
guys. And I can
Listen,
show you there are
we-
other engineers who have worked and got expertise.
Okay, we're
Yeah,
gonna arrange a segment between George and Raymond
No,
on this whole thing here.
something, right?
Let's
Engineering is what and why.
let's take Shelley. Let's take
Move
Shelley.
on, guys.
Okay, guys.
Raymond,
Gentlemen,
Guys, hold on.
the last time we tried to establish a debate here, the debate did not hold. Did not
I'm
work.
trying to mute someone.
So, guys, let me
Okay.
just make a
This is
point.
ruining the quality of
Before
the
even
show.
George come to debunk what I'm
guys,
saying.
let's do this.
Guys, let me just make a
Raymond,
point.
yeah, Raymond, let's. I know, Raymond, you just had
Yeah,
5 minutes.
I want to say something real quick, guys, not to cut any of you up, but I think it's really important that we acknowledge the people that are in the comment section. I think my sister Tina make a great point here, focusing on the topic that we are talking about. She said building the private sector and promoting innovation among the youth is also important for the government. So I understand that all of us are here and we are talking and we are talking to the Liberian people. I think it would be great if we are not talking over each other, but also acknowledging that we have other Liberians that are watching that are not part of us here, but they also have, like our sister Marie was in the comment section for a long time before coming on. So we should try to look at these comments that people are making here and try to acknowledge some of the things that they are saying.
Noted. Thank
well
you.
Said. Well said.
Thank you. Thank you. That's a great one. But there's a comment in the comment section about you that you didn't respond to. But anyway, that's another one. But
what is Nelson?
Oh, you saw your hand to raise? Okay, so Sylvester, you can go ahead. Let's hear you.
Y'all need to
I don't know. This mute button and this backstage button is very powerful. You remember at some point, Sylvester used to be that person who was more than Jerry on the show, but Sylvester is so. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
That's to me. You threatening me now?
Let's hear your expectations for this government.
Well, good evening, everyone. Thank for the time and the opportunity. We have come a mighty long way. Thanks to Josh Wheeler who brought me on the show. And thanks to Marie who was in the comment section, always pushing me up to keep punching him. And here we have come. So
no. Sylvester, I want to understand, how did Josh bring you on the show? How did he bring you on the show?
When the show started, I used to watch. And I just saw Josh just there like he was mighty and high, and he had all the punches and nobody. I'm like, who this dude? I gotta go take him on, man. And I took him on, and he hated me. He said, "The Sylvester who I hated." I said, "Okay, that's the main reason."
So you were not arguing the issue. You were just being personal. But you know what?
No, I wasn't being personal.
It's good that you came.
I'm not gonna lie, man. We really did have some heated moment.
Yeah. Anyway, but
you know what? We have to do this. I'm gonna take up time to go for those
heated moments,
those heated moments. Just make some clips, clips that will bring up here for the late night show. And I'm talking about in the heat of the campaign when Josh. When Sylvester hit that very hard on Josh, so the man to work. Look at the man doing it. And then Josh brought his glasses. Then you see the Sylvester man. So go ahead. Let's hear you, Sylvester.
Anyway, I mean, we all did well. We came a mighty long way. It's all about Liberia, Yeah, it's all about Liberia, and nobody has the 200% to do it all. We all would disagree and agree regardless of what party we belong to. But my expectation is, our first expectation of this incoming government is security. Security. All of the good ideas that you guys are proffering here, like our sister Shirley said, and Marie and Francis and everybody, you cannot do that in the absence of security. First of all, your safety first. And the people you are going to, their safety matters. When the crime rate is reduced, investors will come. When the crime rate is reduced, people are willing to go to work. People are waiting to even do night shift and not look over their shoulder. The street will be safe. Like our neighboring countries. Right now, the streets are plowable. Like you move from Danane to Abidjan, people all on the street selling. It's a 24-hour commercial. But this in our country, unfortunately, and I don't want to blame it on any government. By the time it's getting darker, all the people packing to go home because of their safety. So all of my things that mental health, they are all important. Don't get me wrong, very important. But first of all, even you, if you're not safe, how you going to provide the mental health services? You know what I'm saying? So you have to be safe, and nobody going to harass you, nobody going to arm robbers not going to come after you. And most of the time, this insecurity issue is contributed by people who want to commit crime in order to support their habit. You see, so when you're there treating the mental health people who are addicted to drugs and what have you, and other people are there providing the security, that the streets are safe and everybody is safe and everybody going about their normal business, it will go hand in hand. And before you know it, it's like a puzzle. All the pieces start making sense. And that I can't do without you, you can't do without me. You can build like Raymond. Raymond can come here and proffer all the ideas. We build all the best rules. But if the country is not safe, if security with those rules, who applaud those rules? It will just be laying there, and we have spent all that lot of money to make those rules good. But people scared. Hey, I can't move from Moria to Ganta in the net, and they will hijack me, and they will rob our car. And, so I want them to really put the security, apparatus into real and support them and finance them so that everybody can do their job. So, thank you.
All right.
I respectfully. Oh, let me conclusively conclude. Let me conclusively conclude.
Raymond, I got a question for you in the private chat. Please respond.
Anyway, go ahead.
No, but you answer. Why not ask Raymond a question?
No, it's
No,
just
I saw a question. Let it leave it in the private chat.
Yeah, let's do it in the
disrupt the
private
whole
chat.
show.
Maybe
I
I
want to
should check
disrupt
it.
you guys. Yeah.
Conclude, Sylvester. Marie will come
Am
to
I the
you.
one that asked you a question?
Then we are about to
You're
go to
going
the
private on us?
Sylvester, go ahead. Conclude, Sylvester. Let's move to the next segment.
Let me conclusively conclude. We all are winners. Okay? Josh, you are a winner because we brought you on, and thank God all of the senses that we were proffering, you are gravitated towards it, and now you know that yes, my man were messing up. But it's like they say that when you mind the ugliness of the bamboo, you'll be beating it to death. But thank God you're shining now because you are among shining people. We'll clap for you. Thank you.
So you see, anyway, we'll go to the lines and take some. Yeah, okay, Marie, you wanted to make a quick point on.
Listen, I sent you some
I
video. I want
just,
you to play that video I sent you.
Okay, so let me remove you and bring in Miss Doyen quickly.
I just wanted to say, I don't know if anybody said it, but the proliferation of drugs that's in our country, we use that massively to campaign against this outgoing government. And I expect this incoming government to really target drugs and try to get our youth back to where they need to be. And that's in school and trying to create jobs for them as well. Thank you.
So in support of that, just to kind of add, that's where I think there should be a strong committee set up in the healthcare sector that will tackle not only drugs, but also going back to what Shelley said on the issue of mental health. I think there should be a committee focusing on mental health and drugs at once together and make sure that folks that are on drugs right now are also rehabilitated, and then we go further into the issue of mental health.
Marie, thank you because they are forgetting so quickly. Thank you
got
for
it,
reminding
man.
them.
Got it, man.
Marie, thank you, Marie, for coming.
No, but I can assure you, it would be one of the priority things. I mean, you should
Thank
state
you.
a state of emergency should be on drugs. Yeah.
Liberians
State of
should look.
emergency on jobs.
Liberians should look for a
Of course.
style
This
of
is
leadership.
yes. This is national
Instantaneous
security
leadership.
issue.
Thank you, guys. We have to move on. But let's bring in. Okay, who went backstage? Okay, so
Mary.
let's bring in a female here. Maggie is still trying to set her stuff up, but
We miss Sarah.
I think I'm
Welcome.
going to the phone line.
Miss Diane, welcome. Yeah, we're about to go to the phone lines because I see the folks are calling in back to back. They want to make their points on this one. It's burning in them. They will speak. You guys will have the time to speak. But Miss Diane, welcome. It's good
Thank
that
you.
you're up. I understand you've not been well, and it's good that we have you back on here. Thanks for joining us tonight. So basically tonight we are giving some attention to the expectations. I remember when this government, the outgoing government, won the elections. About a week after they won, Mayor Jefferson Koji, now at the time he was not mayor, he wasn't appointed. The first public appearance he made or press conference he had, the first thing he said to the Liberian people was, "You have to manage your expectations." And you know that statement went wide across the country. Manage your expectation. But now this is where we are. We're in a transitional period or era, or maybe from Monday we're going to be in that stage. What are your expectations for the upcoming or the incoming administration?
Thank you, Nancy. I would quickly like to make the my fellow panelists here. Give them some quick information. Before I left Liberia, I was serving as a human resource manager for the county health team in Bomi County for the Ministry of Health. And
Okay.
I have worked with the ministry for the past years. And my expectation is that I'll firstly like to set the basis. We've been campaigning, look at the negative part of the government to make them to know what they did wrong. But now
Yeah.
that we are in, I would like us to do a complete evaluation of all of the sectors in Liberia. What are those things that are needed to be done to bring it to Florentia? One thing I would like to do is that we're now working with an NGO for the past 20 years. We did complete evaluation, we did supervision, we did we did monitoring, and we had like every month or every 6 months we have evaluation meeting to look at what are those things that we have been doing. What did we do right? How did we do it? How did we succeed? What we didn't do, how can we do it to improve it? So for a government now that are going to have all of the ministers, I wanted to have a complete evaluation process. They are going to take a government, a broken government, but there are some things in the broken government that have been done positively. How can we maintain it? There are negative things. How can we improve the negative things to make our people who are disenchanted or for the government or the country that is not developed right now, underdeveloped? What can we do to improve the different departments? So I wanted before they start looking, there are people that are working in the government. We need to bring them. We need to bring them to checklist and see what they did that did not do well, so we can improve it. So I will look at that. Then the government should not come with a big expectation like that. The little expectation at the lower level is to see what is workable and what can we do to improve things for our people
No,
to be happy.
when you say the government should not come with big expectation, what are you talking about? What do you mean?
What I'm saying is that we're going to do this, we're going to do that. You got to have your short-term goal and then you have your long-term goal. So look at the short-term goals. What are those things that can be done quickly that will impact the lives of the people? We look at all of those things. Yeah, there are a lot of big expectations. We want to see our people want to change the mindset of our people. Now there are people that are talking, they want to see this. Okay, tell you're taking open from there. What can you do? Big things, but they should look
Thank you.
down low. So that's what I want to see at that level.
Now,
So
what are a few sectors that you think they should hit the ground running with?
okay, I would look at all, but you got to look at everybody with a strong, workable tool that you are going out there. I want you to come up with your goal and objective, your first hand goal. So I will be looking at firstly, because I'm from the health and I serve a human resource manager, and I'll be looking at health and then the education. Health and education, the past government have a decentralized system or structure that have been overlooked. We need to strengthen the decentralized structure within the health department and the education department. They have similar. So let me just say those things. Like for example, the health. We have the minister, but the minister is not going directly to ensure that things happen. The minister have the CMO, the chief medical officers. That chief medical officer is responsible to look at all of the county health officers. The county health officer monitor all of the ORC in all of the health clinics, because our structure is built that we have the primary health care, the secondary health care, and the tertiary health care. And in our system, mental health is also captured, because I've seen a lot of people, I've seen 780 nurses to become trained as mental health nurses. They are there, but the structure is not workable. We have the National Drug Services that was responsible to put health and medication, drugs, non-medical supplies, and medical supplies in a clinic, in a hospital dispensary. It's not workable right now. We have the ORC that were funded. Those people that are not being on the government pay was sponsored by the pool funds. They gave the incentive to ensure that our healthcare system is functional. And those people are also monitoring the community health workers. So somebody talk about how they call it, nutritional conditions. Nutritional conditions are preventable. When it's not preventable, then it comes to the secondary care. So how can we do that? Is the community health workers. So the government needs to strengthen the decentralized structure that have been dormant. When they strengthen it under the health sectors, it will improve our health sector. It will improve development in the health sector. When it comes also to education, the same system is being placed. Let us monitor it. Let us strengthen it.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a whole lot, Ms. Doyne, for weighing in your thoughts on this particular talking point. And I want to welcome Maggie to the show. Maggie?
Yeah, I want to say something before I go and slow down. Something that I would like for the government to do as quick as possible, that being a serious problem in Liberia. If the government take over, the first thing I would love them to do is to work with the Commerce Ministry. Let them look at the rest. Let them do everything to bring rest price down. When they do that, you'll find Liberians going out to work effectively. You will see the joy of the people again in Liberia. So I would love for them to firstly reduce that rice price from that high level.
How does bringing rice price down help to ensure that the Liberian people work effectively?
I can tell you, a better a person with a better food can work. You can ask them, but a hungry man is an angry man.
Okay.
A hungry man is an angry man. So Liberia main problem that brought war a problem since April 12th, the rice. So the government has high import taxes. They have high price on the rice. They have that cut. When I in government, I can tell you that for secret. The government has some $50 on each bag already. It went from 50, it went to 100. Now it's $250 per bag. So I mean, some incentive that there.
Let's get it right. Let's get it right. The price of a 25 kg is $19-$20. Yes, $19-$18 or so. But if you say government had 100, let's say 50, were you talking about cents or Liberian dollars or what?
The profit cent. Each bag already got some extra profit on it.
Okay.
They get some more profit on it. Yeah.
Though that's not part of our discussion, but
I know. No, I'm just talking about. I'm talking about how you can reduce it to give a better food to a person to do something. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Maggie. Let's hear you quickly for just 1 minute 30 seconds, because we have to go to the lines on this particular talking point. Let's hear you quickly, Maggie. I hope your gadgets are on set tonight. Go ahead.
Not yet.
I was listening to you. I'm not too well, but I was listening to you, so I decided to come on quick. I might go back. I'm not too well today. But while listening, I listened to Shady talking about mental health, and that made me to come on. I'm not only a nurse, but I also specialize in children with disability, and I also have a kid with a disability. So when it comes to mental health, I'm really passionate about that, and I think our government should focus on mental health, not only with people with drug addiction, but also children. Shelley spoke about children with autism. I have a 9 years old autistic a son, but very smart. If it wasn't in America, if I wasn't in America, I don't know if the services my son is receiving currently, he will be receiving in Africa. If I was in Liberia. First, my son, I came to talk about my personal story, and maybe people can relate to that in Africa, in Liberia. My son started, I started seeing sign when Shada mentioned about children's people saying, God forbid my son is not delayed. People can be delayed. If I had that mindset when I started seeing sign, God put me in the health care because maybe He had me for this particular purpose. My son started having delay at 5 months. At 5 months, you're supposed to start to recognize your name. When your parents call you, you're supposed to recognize. You're supposed to look. My son wasn't doing that. At 5 months, I started noticing it. I started calling around. People say, oh, it was too early because it's a boy. Because that's why the notion that we have, boys delay more than the girls. The girls are faster and boys delay. 9 out of 10, a girl will start to crawl before a boy will start to cry. If you have a twin, you will see if you have a twin, a boy and a girl will start to crawl first before the boy will cry. That's the mentality that we have. And in science too, science speak about that. But mental health is not only related to drugs. It's a broad area, very big area. It have to do with children. It have to do with other. She talked about dementia. Because in Africa, the moment you reach certain age, we started to categorize our older people as people being witchcraft because the thinking is not there. We start to categorize then, oh, that woman, she in wish. That woman just told me yesterday that this thing, and today she cannot remember that. But that's the mindset we have. And that's why education, we should start to teach about mental health in school. So our kids, our children can start to understand and not to bully our parents, our grandparents. If I never had these services that I have in right now, I don't know what my son will experience. Let me. This is big. Don't say thank you. I came. I'm not. I come and go. I came on just because of this topic that shared a race. Just give me a few seconds, please. Yeah, just few seconds. So we need to talk about mental health and with children, especially our boys' children. We for a high percentage of our babies, our kids. I just went for a seminar into to John Hopkins because we started diagnosing kids when you reach 3 years old. But we found out that it was delayed. So now we brought it back. So 18 months, 12 months, we start to diagnose kids with autism, with 1 second, with
And this
autism.
is
We
important,
need to bring that into our system.
yeah, and this is important. I think we're gonna take a
I think we
night.
should have a
I
different
think we're
topic
gonna
on
take a
this
night.
because
I
this
think,
is
yeah, we're gonna take a whole edition of the show to talk about that, and
and
that's
then
that's
we need
that's
that
that's
right
something.
on in a
it-
like
Yeah,
Shelly.
Yeah,
I'm not a mental health
we can bring the
practitioner.
experts on those different issues. Maybe another day we want to talk about infrastructure development. We want to talk
Yeah,
about
but I do
engineering. We
counsel
want to talk about
children.
agriculture. We can bring the experts to talk on those different issues. But I I sincerely appreciate your experience share here on the show tonight. I appreciate that because you don't know, you never know. I mean, there are lots of people following right now. You never know um whose
Eh,
life has been impacted
Exactly, because I
by
have
the
people
story.
calling me from Liberia. I had a lady
And
who
we're coming
gave
to you,
birth
sir.
here in the US, but she traveled to Liberia, right? When she traveled, she didn't have their services. She used to
Yeah,
call me for advice, and every time
thank you,
I would advise her, I started giving her guidance what to do and what not to do because her kid was being bullied. I mean, in
thank you,
Liberia, I mean, in America, we say bullied. In Africa, we say vogue, right? Her kid was being vogue in Liberia and ostracized. People were not even looking at our children. We need to start to talk about
thank you,
those, I mean, kids.
thank you.
Nelson, I can
Okay.
still, I
Has
can
his
still
hand
work with
up.
that.
uh, you want to? We really need to go to the line, but just do that quickly, Cindy.
Yeah, I'm
Just do
gonna
that.
be quick. You know, when Sherry was talking earlier, I decided to remain mute, but then Maggie came on and spoke on the same issue. Look, two of the things the issue mentions, they are also very personal to me. My 5-year-old also have autism, and my mother is 80, almost 85. She live here with me, and she have dementia. My background is in general healthcare management, but I'm doing a doctoral degree in integrated behavioral health because of my
Okay,
son.
smart net overflow. Let's do
No, no,
this.
because of my son. So this is very important. You know, I wanted to know more about his mental health and how I can help, right? So mental health is personal. You know, when you're talking, I'm trying to hold tears back because it's special to me. My son is very special to me, and he faces the same issue.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a serious thing.
See,
Look, we're gonna take up time. We'll have this
Yeah,
conversation
Nelson,
in the
we
group
need
chat.
a whole
In the
day
group
to
chat, we're gonna
focus
have
on
yeah,
this.
we're
that's
gonna
why
have
I
this
say we
conversation.
need to talk about
Yeah,
we need to
let's
talk
do
about
this.
it. We need a section on that because it's a broad. It's really big. It's not only
Yeah,
it's mental
yeah.
health. It's a whole big thing. I'm not a mental health specialist, but I do counsel. And I
Thank
have
you,
a kid and my practice where I work. That's some of the stuff we carry on. We counsel parent and I write prescriptions for children with special needs for
thank you,
school.
In the Ministry of
And I
Health in
don't do
Liberia,
our
they have a
kids.
whole section
thank you.
of mental health
But guys,
department.
yeah,
In
yeah. But
Liberia right now, they
we
have
have
a
to
whole
move.
section of mental health
Guys, I'm sorry,
department.
but we have to go to
Yeah,
the phone
So
we
lines.
have
please,
to we
We
have
we
to
can
gotta
move.
cut
strengthen
it
that
down.
I hope
department.
we don't. I hope
Carter
we don't.
Center
I hope
and
we
We
don't.
need
another
to
I hope we don't.
non-governmental
Oh, guys.
organizations
Yeah,
that are making
guys. I hope.
efforts in this regard. So there are other
Listen.
efforts. So we can all just
I hope we don't divert our discussion here to mental health. Yes, we're
This
gonna
was
have
to
the
support
discussion.
those people.
Yeah,
I hope
yeah,
I did not even just say.
yeah, yeah. But it's important. It's very important. We're gonna have this discussion in the background, and sometime next week we will have an edition on just mental health, only mental health. We're gonna have another edition on just agriculture, only agriculture and other different other areas as well. Once we get the experts, we're gonna have those conversations around those areas. But we have to go to the lines now. Basically, we've been talking about their expectations and where do you think the government? What are the sectors you think the government should hit the ground running with? Talking about the incoming government. But let's take some calls now. 05551010750 05551010750 uh 05551010750 or you can call the WhatsApp number I'm pinning on the screen now and make your contribution tonight. This is the late night show. I'm Nelson Collette. George Wida is here. He's from the CDC. Sylvester Johnson is here. Um, Raymond Zeze is here. Francis Jabate is here. I hope I got it right, Francis. Marie Ketor as well. Shirley Snare and Jilayu Cindy is here as well. We want to say thanks to all of you for joining us tonight. Let's go to the phone lines now and take your calls, beginning with this person here. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, you're live. Your name and where you calling from?
You're talking about Nana is living in the street. I'm a single parent. My people, I pick you. You're helping over so. I pick you about single parent.
Oh.
I pick you. I pick you.
But I'm not still getting you. What?
I say my name is a single parent. My son in the street. I beg you. You're please happy.
Okay,
I
so
went to the matter who the people say I will pay to they had a paper I am so they are no place I went to be
yeah, so listen, ma'am. That's why we will have a special edition of this program on that. All right, we will have this a special edition of this program on that, and we are in sympathy with the situation, but let's hope we can have you to join us. We're gonna announce that before we have that edition of the program. Let's hope you can join us as well, and let's see, let's hope something can just happen from there.
What kind of
But
help she need?
okay, someone is asking what kind of help you need.
To carry to the center or the people, the people here.
To carry him to the center, to the mental home center. Okay. To carry him to the mental home. Wow. There's an emotional one. But
Yeah,
thanks a
Nelson,
lot.
just take her number down. Just take her number down, yeah? Then we can call her later on. Yeah?
Okay, so
Please.
hello, you still on the line, ma?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can do this. Okay. Just hold on the line. It's a bit difficult to get numbers from here.
CDC is staying in power. We'll take it. Don't worry.
Imagine that. Okay, call your number, man. Just call your number.
All the you people, all the nurses, man, all of them were silent when I was call for help.
Brother,
Silent.
don't do that. Don't help people and try to make a show.
Says what? Says
Come on,
what?
man. Help her first.
Hold on, Nelson got the number. Hold on. Guys, Nelson got to listen to the woman.
Don't do that.
694-779, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 775. Thank you. Thanks a lot, man.
God bless you.
Okay, thanks a lot. Let's take this person here. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you call from?
I'm Abraham Deyuga. I'm calling from New Jersey. I just want to say thank you, God. Thanks everybody that on the show tonight. I mean, I listening like that. And I think this government really need to hold them by their feet, to do something right, because there are a lot of expectations.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the government will have to take their own time to look at the one that is necessary now.
Okay. So from you, no, from you, what's your own expectation?
My expectation is various, but I would just name maybe about two or three. One is the labor ministry for our brothers and sisters that have been working with these people that work 24 hours for $50 and $25, work from 6 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the morning before they go home and come back at 7 o'clock. They should have a regulation in that.
Okay.
If at 8 hours they work for, they should get paid for 8 hours.
Thank you.
And the second one is
okay, just do two.
job for students.
Vacation job for students. Okay.
Vacation job for students.
Thank you. Let's go ahead and take another person from this line. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning. Your name and where you call from?
This is Emmanuel calling from Southern Market, Twefan.
Twefan, go ahead.
Yeah, I will have this advice to the show. You treat all Your treat was very bad. We listened whole night to come to be very difficult. Something you are in limbo and go off. That is wrong.
Sorry about
The
that.
next thing is, I heard a gentleman online who was talking about the road connectivity, and he spoke very lengthily on that road issue. And don't take it like this. When the road maintenance is now good, my brother, we suffer a whole lot. You see, we live on Broadway to Broadway. I first had to take 5 million, 10 million that reach the way. Nowadays, I have to use the car because to maintain the car is difficult in the such of time. The road maintenance need to be meeting. And the next thing we need to manage our expectation. You should look at our car expectation at this time. The country is completely down. The system is broken. No security sector. And the guy was saying, if you leave from here and go out of Liberia, you see people sitting on the street up to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, those that were living here. But here, as soon as the 4, 5 o'clock ever running, because security sector is bad.
Thank you.
Even being hijacked, nobody going to come to the rescue. But I think we should try to be taking that direction.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Let's take this person here. Hello. You're live?
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you call from?
This is Saturday calling from Connecticut.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to weigh in a little bit. I've been listening to you guys, and expectation-wise, we know that it is fresh, but the incoming government, the first thing that need to be done is to really beef up security, because Liberia is any traveler or visitor going Liberia, you are vulnerable to danger because of security is just not up to the tax it's supposed to be. And moreover, many of the people that in the diasporas, if you try to go do little business and you carry a little container, the MPA terminal, I really appeal for the incoming president to really visit that deal that is struck, that the alien government struck, and in fact, it was seen. Let's say that we are government that to do that. It was alien that struck that deal, and that deal is very, very bad for any kind of Liberian that want to do business in Liberia. And so that should be thoroughly looked at.
The APN terminal
contract.
Okay. Thank you. I think that's a great one. Thanks a whole lot. Let's take another one from the local line here. Hello, you're live. Hello. Hello. Go ahead. Your name and where you call from.
I'm happy calling from Soul Clinic.
Okay, Mampi, let's hear you.
Yeah, I usually monitor the late night and the day show everything on the Soon FM. I would like to take this time to tell you guys thank you so much. Some of you people, some of us are parents, are listening to you people. Some of us came from ESA, what carry us to kill our children. And we tell us, especially like me, like I'm a single parent. When the election was going on, the security was some of us knew how they kill our parents with when as I would kill. So it brought a lot of fear to us. There was no security in a place.
Okay. So what you expect from the government? What you expect from the Unity Party government? The kind power, what do you expect?
This particular government, they get talking about the sector here and security. Even though we'll go to war, because this is a country. I travel a lot. When you reach there, you reach there when you're going to Freetown. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, people online airports to travel. While you in the country, you cannot rotate. Where I live in Soaking, by the time you beat it, you enter your house. Nothing like security. We sleep, we fear. Some of we are godly people.
Thank you.
God are protecting us in the Liberia.
So you expect that they will work on security, right?
Yes.
Okay.
For security.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Let's hold you there and take another person because we have so many people trying to come through. We hope we can take a few more calls and then we wrap up. Like the previous caller said, they get disappointed when we come on and we don't take them to participate. Hello, you're live. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Morning. Let's hear you, sir.
Hello.
You are live, sir. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate everything you guys have said, all of the discussion, all the mentions you are in place. But the first thing is government should first look at to do that with the prices of things. Prices are very high. You take 2 bags of rice, 2.5 bags of rice money, and put it into one single bag, which are being deducted. People are going to bed. Nobody can no longer be food now. These prices are very high for us. Please, that's the first thing the government should look at, to see that Ministry of Commerce should work on that, and the life of the people will be down a little bit. Hungry lion can never be happy with you.
Thank you.
When the lion is hungry, whatever peace you intend to make with that lion never comes with you.
Thank you.
Please, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, sorry. Mistakenly, I didn't get the WhatsApp line up here. So we'll take 3 more calls from WhatsApp and then take 3 from the local line here. So the first one from the local line. Hello.
Morning.
Please go ahead, sir. Your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, my name. Yeah, I just want to say thanks to you for the report. Your analysis, your people did. Thank you for nourishing our people on the election. And I want to appeal to those in studio and people. Those the panelists are with you. Y'all help me. And if you're people, thank you for our new state president. I want to appeal to my brothers and sisters in studio. Please help me. My son is in the 6th grade and he is 10 years old. I want people to help me. They get about to the first floor, they put for school fees and not doing nothing. In their country, they send me all our contract out to now.
Hello.
And not pay almost 10 months.
Yeah, hello.
So I'm begging all panelists.
Hello.
Please help me, brothers and sisters.
Hello.
I'll be able to put my son's school fee. I'm begging.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone else have heard you on the show. Do you equally have an input to make on the talking point?
Yeah.
Do you have an input to make on the talking point?
Yeah. Comment chat. Listen, please do.
Okay, thank you, sir. Let's take another person here. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you call from?
This is Andrew Wadnewa, and I'm calling you from Tupo.
Let's hear you, Andrew.
Okay, my expectation here is that this government or the incoming government should forget about partisans. They are now a partisan or a government for the whole Liberia now. So we don't want them to say this is a party.
Okay.
No UP.
No UP, no CDC. It should be for everybody now, right? Thank you. Let's take the second to the last call on the WhatsApp line. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir. You're live. Let's hear your name and where you call from.
Yeah, I'm calling from Minnesota. All I want for the government is to have a coalition government work with previous administration so they can work together and iron out the differences, because that's what they need right now. And because, if you look at it's less than 1%, so it's like divided, but it's upon the incoming government to work with the previous government and solidify. And Liberia right now has a good name around the world. We have to try to maintain that. And thank you very much. God bless. Long live Liberia.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. We'll go back to the local line to take the last call. Hello. Yeah, hello. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Please be audible, sir.
yeah, I'm saying I'm Jay Manamomo.
Yeah, Emmanuel Momo, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I have a suggestion. I suggest that the UP government, when it gets the power, they should be able to look at several things such as the way how good governance should be. Like you will not only look at the party to say the
Thank you.
government, like they say, oh, if you're not part of the party, you will not be employed, or you will
Okay.
not have
They
any
should
type
include
of
everybody, right?
work to be done. And then the government should be like somebody, like a government that will take somebody to work or employ a person who is qualified.
Thank you.
When you are a learned person, and then to look at the civil servant.
Thank you. Let's go there and take this one. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead quickly.
I'm Daniel calling from the United. I just want to there's a lady in the studio that spoke about little expectation. For example, there are a lot of things the new government can do, the 11 sectors, to work with 11 sector, but there are a lot of things. To just look at the first 6 months or 3 months, there are a lot of little expectation. For example, expectation like cleaning the city clean. Expectations like subsidizing rice, the issue of rice, focusing on the rice. Yeah, and another thing is that looking at the police, for example, I was telling somebody, I say, listen to me, we don't have to buy the police plenty cars for now. Buy more motorbikes, baja, motorbikes, what have you motorbikes, rather. Let the combat crime in the society, in the community.
Thank you.
Another thing we can look at, lastly, the ghetto. Sorry, the last one. We can look at the ghetto, start to break a lot of ghettos around here, and be able to what? To carry on rehabilitation of the disadvantaged.
Thank you. Let's go there and take the final call. Hello. Hello. Okay, so I think we'll hold it at that. We did justice to our audience tonight. We afforded them the time to talk. It's our time now that we do our closing. Sorry, we're not taking calls again. We have to go. George say he tired now. He body hitting since that beating that happened. And Sandy said the punches he gave to Josh, it made his body too hitting and all of that. But we have to go. Can we do our closing? I see some folks in the but Toure? No. I brought Toure on away. Imagine, see the position Toure in. But let's start the closing. We can start with Maggie, and then we do Sylvester, we do Josh, Raymond, and let's just do it and go just about the queue. Maggie, you want to start with the closing?
Take someone else first.
Oh, Maggie always doesn't want to go first. Okay, so Sylvester, please go. Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you. It was a nice show, and we all stressed our important points that the government should focus on, so that we can have a better country that everybody can benefit. And I heard some caller talking about don't raise your expectation, don't set your expectation. No, let's get out of this mediocrity. Let's set our expectation. But we have timeline. Just because I said I want to be up here doesn't mean I'm gonna get there in a day or a second. No. But at least that's where I want to go. Then I start planning how do I get there, short-term goal, medium goal, and all of that. So, Carlos, don't think that when we set expectation, we just think that it's just gonna happen, bang, bang, bang. No, but that's where we gotta go. We're not settling for small, we're settling for big. But what we're not telling you is gonna happen in the twinkling of an eye, or in a day or week or month or year time. No, but we know where we're going because we set the bar and we know the pathway to get there. And that's why we're going to have technocrats. We're going to have people who are qualified, and not just people who are partisans or people who will feel supported us, but everybody who has the expertise and the technocrat will be welcome on board, because we all want to have a great country. We all want to have all of these brilliant people here. They have something to offer. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. We'll take Maggie. Let's take Maggie. I want us to get done with the row down here, then we go up. Okay. Right after Maggie,
I
you'll come on,
think,
Maria. I see you want to go.
yeah, I don't think that we should set our expectation low. We always tell our own kid the bar is your limit. I mean, go above. It's good to set your expectation hard because you will work hard because you want to reach certain goal. So yes, we're gonna set our expectation very, very high because we want to achieve the best for Liberia. So the government, um, we're looking up to the government to start from security, the healthcare, the role, and everything that we talk about during the course of the campaign. And yes, our expectation will be set high because we want to achieve. We not have to be just the talking type, but we have to be the doer. You can just talk and not do it because we gave our Liberians a lot of hope. That's why they voted this government in, and that's why they voted the other government out because of what we told them. And yes, the Liberian people should have the expectation hard.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So then we take Miss Dorian.
Okay, thank you very much. I would like to say thanks to everybody, but I would like to say one thing when it comes to implementation of projects or ensuring that you meet your goal. Even if you set it high, you should have your first priority, your short term, your long term goals, and you'll be able to achieve your goals. I would like to speak to the government today. There are things that make us to fail when I was in an NGO setting. What make the people to stop supporting is that the way we do our monitoring, our report. We report in a way that we sit and then there are a lot of discrepancy. There are a lot of people right now in Liberia government feel because they sit at the Atayi Center instead of them working to do their job, they leave their job and go out there to do talking instead of working. So if you can work, you'll not be able to achieve anything. And when the time comes to do report, they do the table-based report. So I'm kind of asking the government that will come forth, do complete monitoring of these people that will be working in government. If I will have my own suggestion, Atayi Center should be closed during the weekdays and open over the weekend, so we can have our people to do the Liberian work for
No.
our
Let me come in. Let me come in. Are you saying that Atai Center should be closed? You
I
recommending?
asking them to do it. I am saying as Cora.
You
I
are
am saying as
suggesting that
Cora.
Atai Centers should be
As
closed.
Cora.
Mhm.
Doing weekdays.
Mhm.
I just saying something. I'm not saying it should go. What I'm saying is that if you go on Broad Street from Monday to Friday, if you go on Kerry Street, you see they leave the public sector and then they go to the Atayi Center more days than they sit in the offices to work. I am just
Okay.
saying, I stand to be corrected. Another thing will be looking at the time you come to work.
Thank you.
If you come to work 8 o'clock, I want us to put more time into our people that come into job on time and leave the job on time.
Let's
So
hear you.
please, I want you to do more monitoring. That's my
Thank
side.
you. Thank you. Marie, let's hear you.
Thank you, Nelson. Well, firstly, I want to say I can only hope that this outgoing government do not further damage the government for the incoming government. Only in the name of they didn't mean anything there, so they herself they will be empty, so that the incoming government will have something to start from. And I agree with everybody when it comes to security for Liberia, but I want to tell the Liberian people also. We cry all the time for system to be put in place. But when we do not follow the system, we do not obey the system, it will never work. I pray that when the systems are put into place, every one of us will obey the system and make Liberia great. That includes the whole cleaning situation that we are about to have going on. If you have somebody sit there all day under the sun, clean that debt for on Moravia Street, please. I mean, littering should be something that we don't want anymore. because Monrovia is not considered as a city. I think I would prefer any other 15 continents as a city because Monrovia is worse than the others. So only us can make it happen and help the incoming government. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we all mute? Let's now take Raymond, and then after Raymond, we take Josh.
So are we closing?
Yeah.
Liberians. Transformation is a process. A revolution takes effort, it takes sacrifice, it takes endurance. But with an aim or goal to achieve a desired result, you get there. We have begun the journey. First and foremost, let's buckle up. The change we desire has a huge price to pay. We might not all get it well. And it requires us being very, very inclusive. You don't have to be a part of the government to ensure that things improve. In our little environment, we got to learn to do the right thing. We got to learn to be law about it. We got to learn to be supportive to one another, even as individuals. We got to learn to empathize with one another, being your brother's keeper. And we got to take pride in our country called Liberia. And that's how it's going to work. And the government, officials, and everybody else, let us be whistleblowers. Or you find wrong going on, don't back it because of your friend or your brother or that your party. Liberia belongs to all of us. And I can assure you, it's not Unity partisans that voted this rescue mission. It required it did take every Liberian from every walk of life, from different political persuasion. But that's why we need to unite as Liberians and not see political parties, but see country first. And like that, we'll rebuild this country. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Raymond. Josh, let's hear you.
Oh, guys, thank you so much. It's been a long day. But look, I'm very astonished and very enthused at the same time to see that my brothers here who used to throw punches are now trying to manage the expectation of Liberians. It's an incredible feat, and I think we'll move a long way. I just quickly before I go, Cora, did you work with Medical Relief International? You're muted.
You're muted. Can you unmute?
Yes, I work with MSF, I work with Merlin, and we also have integrated meeting with cops. I used to be in the meeting most of the time.
Thank you.
As a healthcare
I work with you,
Melvin. I know you.
I know you. Thank you so much. Thank you for recognizing that. I appreciate that. And because when I saw the face, I said this was my former boss. I know her. But I was just Thank you so much. So guys, look.
The guy got love for the country.
But you not make it. Not make it.
No. You gotta stop that. You gotta stop that. Listen, I just stop talking about that thing for George. Don't be talking about that kind of thing.
I don't know what I want. I see he get love, but he not make it. He not make. I can see the love. I can see the. Oh shit! He not make it. How left looking? You can see the love in him. He get love for Liberian people. Oh shit! He just not make it. He trying to face things. Shit. Trying to fix things. Where you want sure? Shit, man. You couldn't get head, man. Training too stupid, man. But you can head.
The thing is,
but we have one perfect key drink. I got a question.
You can make it.
He tried to fix it.
For me, that is.
Yeah, man. The cherry man. Josh, is that how you shot? Yeah,
You saw yeah all the time. You talk all the thing.
So he's trying to say the people that voted John Weir out of office, they're too stupid.
George, is that how you felt? Let's hear from our brother experience, because our brother was very sure that the George Manuel Weir was going to win.
Look, man, look, and we all know one of the most popular Liberians alive now is George Weah. Circumstances could have persuaded people to vote for Joseph Boakai, but there's no it cannot be denied anywhere that George Weah is the single most popular person in the entire world of Liberian. So we will take it or leave it, and people will disagree, but that's the fact. But let me tell you, it has come to a place where we people realize that the law for George Weah or a popularity did not supersede their interest as a people. And that's the interesting
Josh is preaching.
Just by looking at that critically, we should also know that popularity is a diminishing, factor.
Commodity.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Commodity. It can diminish. So whoever comes to power now, have that at the back of your mind. But look, it was a very, very, very tough thing to do. I was 100% sure that George Weah was winning this thing.
So
and,
George,
and yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted you. I thought you were done. Go ahead.
Oh no, okay. It was an incredible thing. Look, I want to congratulate Liberian people for the decision they have made. Let's hope, and that's the thing. None of you yet are 100% sure that President Boakai will succeed. You're not. It's something that we're hoping for. So
He will succeed. Trust me.
No, that's what we hope for, because when he succeeds, Liberia succeeds.
He will succeed.
And there's no way. There's no way.
We'll fire
Can you give me my time to speak, please? Can you give me my time to speak, please? Sylvester,
yeah, we have to
put the man in the bag before I speak again.
Oh.
I muted man already. Just go ahead.
Yeah. So, guys,
Josh, I just have to read this comment. Josh was blind, but now he can see.
Oh yeah, I know.
Who wrote that thing?
Roland.
Thank you, Roland. Yeah. So look, guys, I've been seeing since then, so it's okay. We all will have different lenses. You can look at something and you have different view of it. I will have different view of it. So it is what it is. But guys, I just want to congratulate the Liberian people for the decision they made, and it is my hope that this decision that has been made will lead us in a more positive way, where Liberia can progress instead of retrogressing. It is a common factor that in politics, people will take sides. And I took side. And guess what? I still stand with George Weah, because I know he had the potential, he had the ideas, he had the drive that he wanted to see Liberia go forward. The way he did it, the way he did it, or the way he went about it, would be different from your view, from my view. But look, there was no doubt in my mind that George Weah was really, really looking forward to a Liberia that will progress to compete with other regional countries or around the world.
George, can I respond to you?
So I just want to say, guys.
Thank you.
Just want to say, guys.
No response to George. You dare closing George doing closing. No
so
response,
guys,
right?
I want to thank you. You guys can make it. You guys fought. You fought, and what you fought for, just nurture it. Be on the side of positive change. Make sure that you hold these people's feet to the fire. And I will do so. I will be on the fence. I will watch, and we will be in Liberia. In 3 months, I'll be in Liberia. I'm going to set up a radio station, and we will continue to battle for a better Liberia. Thank you. God bless you.
Oh, you don't feel threatened anymore?
The thing you guys wanted, or wish you were threatening my life, is now you took it. You took the power now.
Princess.
Let me try
Okay,
this.
Sylvester, do your closing. Then we take Princess, and then Shirley, and then Cindy will take us home.
All right. Thank you.
Ture, have you done? Okay. Yeah. So.
Okay, I pass. I turn it
to brought me over yesterday and watch your
I turn it to Ture. I pass.
Okay, Ture, please go ahead.
All right, my people. Look, Georgia admitted to the entire world that he was blind, but now he can see. That is absolutely profound. Thank you, brother. JMB election made you to see. That's great. But yeah, look, like I said, man, we did what we had to do. We came here, we sacrificed. And God Almighty obviously listening to us, and the Liberian people, bulk of the credit should be given to them. They deserve this. And we are looking forward to a Liberia that we envision, a Liberia that gonna serve the needs of all of our children, a Liberia that will open doors for competitive environment where people can compete with ideas and not just giving opportunity to people based on their lineage or their parents' last name. I think that's a Liberia that we should gravitate to now move to. But I think only Ambassador Joseph Nima Bakai, a lot of people really don't realize that he did not come from a rich background either. You know what I mean? So he worked his way up to be where he's at. And people like that, you can tell from his lifestyle and how he look at things. So that definitely gonna make his way into how he look at a leadership or how he's gonna lead. So I'm praying for my country. I think all of us are. We have a new Liberia now that we all can look forward to impacting with our skills, expertise, and and everything we got. So thank you, Nelson, for allowing us to come on here, man, and tolerating all of our shenanigans. And
What kind of problem here?
we really appreciate you for that. And history definitely gonna have a real soft spot for you, my brother. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Ture. Sylvester. Okay, Sylvester gave out his time, so I think
Yeah, give him my time. Pass.
Where
Francis.
Pat?
All right. Thanks, guys. Good night to the US. Good morning to Liberia. But I'm just, I'm glad we are all on here, and we are now supposed to stop looking backwards and looking forward. The elections are over. We have 6 more years before another election, a general election. Our fellow citizens, CPP folks, all I'm asking, especially for me, when I came on this platform, I told you guys the very first day that I'm an independent, I'm nonpartisan, but I saw where our country was going, and I decided to side with the opposition because I know it was going the wrong direction. And we have succeeded in getting this government out in a few months. They will be out, and the new government will come in. All of us on this platform, from what I've gathered from every one of us here, we are specializing in something different. Some of us expertise overlap, but we need to now sit down and come together and serve as a watchdog for the incoming government, and also encourage our people and teach our people that after election we put partisanship aside and become one, because whatever impacts negatively the government, it affects us too. So that starts with us on these platforms, because our people come on every day and watch us in their thousands. So we cannot be going forward arguing back and forth. Oh, you said Joel did this, why you not telling Barker this? If we are all speaking on one accord, that will be fine. And also the arrest platform for Barker, we need to attack it, maybe break it down 1 or 2 topics each night to address it and to exhaust those things, as opposed to just having random conversations. But I really appreciate all of us coming on here, but we need to come together as one voice and push this incoming government, so that way they know that, oh, these guys push for us to come in, but they are not just comfortable now. We are going to come hard on them, harder than we came on George Weah. So let's still focus. Let's speak with one voice and keep pushing. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Shirley. Okay, so before bringing Shirley in, let's bring Ami to just do a closing quick on the line, then we will take you, Shirley. Okay, Ami, you live. Just go ahead.
Okay, hello.
Yeah, hello, you're live on the show.
So guys, Terrell was just President Nelson, right? Say thank you for putting up our shenanigans. So I just wanted to say, Teray, please don't make Nelson cry.
You see where Ami is going. I mean, don't forget, I can just press the button right now. That whole phone will go off.
Nelson put that video so that people can see her crying mouth.
No, I ain't got a video right now. I ain't got a video. So
the boy got love, man. The boy got love.
Can you play that video?
Can you play that video, Nelson, please?
You know, we
Nelson said, I want to know. I keep hearing it.
Let Nelson play the video after everybody close. So somebody want to go, we can go. Y'all can stay and play.
Ami will not come here and hijack the show and try to distract us and get us off track. Shall go ahead. We can give it. I mean, the opportunity to do that.
Nelson, I'm really interested in watching that video. Okay, no, I'm gonna do my closing. But anyway, yeah. So I want to actually say to the people in the comment section, we get to read your comment, and this is actually for all Liberian, and I believe our president-elect is for all Liberian, not for the South, not for the North or East or whatever. So I want to close by saying that indeed the president-elect need to focus on also the private sector, and we as Liberian, wherever you find yourself, and God have given you the opportunity for you to educate yourself, just know that not every one of you or every one of us, I don't want to take myself out, that will work in the government, but we can go back to our country, we can volunteer, we can work in a private sector, we can set out our hospitals, our clinic, our school, or go on the farm, and just make sure that we can give our people job. Because if we can create job for our people, it will take away the pressure from the government or everyone running to work in the government, because there are people here that make more money. They got government job here, and those of us that live in the US, we can attest. There are some people that work in the government, and you sit down in your little house and work from home or work whatever job, you make more than the people that work in the government. The government benefit is good, but their money, I don't want their job. Because if I work in the private sector, I make more money than working in the government. So we want to have that competition in Liberia, where people are encouraged to work more in the private sector than running for a government job, because the private sector will pay them more, and then we get to create jobs for our people. So that's the Liberia that I'm looking forward to. And I love all Liberian, and we cannot depend on the president alone or the government. We can do it. We can do it together. And it starts from the midnight team to pull ourselves together and be able to come out with different initiatives where we can help our people back in Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Vice Nelson did not cut me up.
Nelson, before you call somebody, can I just suggest something quick? I beg you, to the people I want to clean up this town. I just want to suggest that I have experience in project. I want to give my expertise there. Yeah, if they need me, I did in NGO planning. I can do project planning and implementation. I can give my expertise. You know, it's not only about cleaning, but the idea what we can do to set up basis that we when we clean it, we cannot get back to always receiving the dirt. But I want to work with them. If they need me, I can give my honest support to the team that want to have the project for cleaning up the street. So I'm here.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Ms. Dorian. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Cindy, you can go ahead and take us.
Look, I want to end here tonight by saying to Liberians that you must be proud of your country. Be proud of yourself as a Liberian. I've been watching news, I've been reading papers over the last few hours since President Weah conceded defeat. And when you watch those news and the papers that I've read, people are praising us as a country that we have transitioned into true democracy, and that is good for our nation. Over the election period, Liberians all across the world in the diaspora, we show a level of momentum and love for our country that we have never seen before. Liberians on ground, you did the same. You voiced out your grievances and you voted out leaders that were not serving you rightfully. But it would not stop there. We have to continue showing that love to our country. You have to love your country. You have to love Liberia. It is not just the government that will develop Liberia. It is all of us that will develop our country. Don't leave the States. Don't leave Australia. Don't leave Canada. And as soon as you get to Liberia, you see your police officer, you want to insult them. Something that you would never do in the West. And then when you drink a bottle of water, you want to trash it on the street. Something that you never do in the West. Let us respect our country the same way we respect other people's country. We go to places like Rwanda and we say, oh, it's the cleanest place in Africa. Liberia also can be the cleanest place in Africa. Shirley, you took it from me. I've always said on the show that we should prioritize the private sector. Make government unattractive. Let us make government unattractive. Make government unattractive to the extent that people want to run to the private sector. Let us do that. All of the money being paid, the gas slave and this and that. Let's cut those things up and invest those things into the healthcare, into our school system. Make the money you pay those people that are going into the top government official, cut it down. And if they are angry, let them go into the private sector. But let our government also make it very friendly, the private sector. Ensure that Liberians that want to do business are given the opportunity to do business. Let Liberian businesses be prioritized over foreigners. You can hate me on this. But if a Liberian man want to invest in their country and they want to open business, other countries do that. Give them some sort of leeway, benefit, so that they can bring business to their own country. We can always encourage other people to join us in the process. But let us prioritize our own as well. Liberians that are in the diaspora, get ready to go back home. Sherry already said that. Let us do the little. And then when we start to employ our own brothers and sisters, then the level men who employ them will not insult them, will not belittle them, will not overlook them. Then our brothers and sisters on the street, our sisters doing prostitutions, brothers doing drugs, petty crimes here and there, will have something to focus on. But there is a new day. We are all excited. And I believe the Liberia some of us did not meet. We will leave it for generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Cindy. And on that note, I'd like to say thanks to everyone here tonight. Thank you to Ray. Thank you, Miss Toyin. Thank you, Raymond. Thanks to you, Josh. Thanks to you, Maggie. Thank you, Sylvester. Thank you, Francis. Thanks a lot, Shirley. And yeah, so Cindy, I want to say thanks for taking us home tonight as well.
But before we leave, I got a joke for everyone. And I just got it just now. So this guy is on Facebook saying, what CDC and other people say they're disappointed in us, the Maningo people. When Senator Kamara endorsed Joseph Barker. He said, but all through the campaign, you were calling Joseph Barker Oka. You know the relationship between Maningo Man and Oka? Maningo Man was
Hey, man, look. Hey, that makes sense, man. Like, hey, look. No, we take that being personal, man. Hey, man, we take that
another relationship between Maningo Man and Oka would die behind Oka.
Yeah, so I mean, that's an interesting one. So Josh, it means that message itself, that message, that part of the message,
yeah, my man,
a particular portion of the message, it didn't sell. But anyway, we gotta go.
Oh look,
that was funny, Raymond. Go on, Raymond. Go on.
I want to say thank everyone.
So quickly.
Nancy, something Sunny said about Liberian business. Is it possible for the new government if they can bring less tax on Liberian business, especially at the port? They will encourage us to do our business because it's so expensive when we send in material, like hospital material, all the things. It's so hard. Maybe they can look at that because what they're saying, what they're saying, I think it's a good thing.
That happened was during the Eden Johnson Salif era, so it might happen again. Amara Kone and others were around then when it happened, so those guys.
Nelson, quickly. I know you want to go. You have love for the country, but I know you can't make it.
You will say no. Let's see, get love for the country too far.
Today I watch Spoon.
But Nancy, I want to see that video. I've been hearing it. Nancy, you got a video.
Nancy, you need to mute.
Your way now. And that crying video we're talking about. Don't mute me. Don't mute me. You mute me, yes, Satan will come to you. So today I was watching Spoon, and that crying video you were talking about, CEO spoke on it.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into the detail, but when I watched it, it was very emotional. We all have our story. I did not get on playing until I was almost 21. And the summary of that crying video is Nelson is having an opportunity to take a vacation, a well-deserved rest.
Damn, are you going?
I believe he's going somewhere to Ghana. He's going to Ghana.
Wait till you're announcing our resort and you'll go.
Listen,
hold on, my man. Let me end my own story. You were talking. I get my mouth, you get your mouth. The deal has not been said yet. But look, Nelson, for all your hard work, my brother, for all your sleepless nights and your time, like what CEO said today, I mean, it touched me. I'm going to give you $300 for lunch money when you get to Ghana. I'm kicking that off.
Make sure you buy Subway.
I'm kicking that off, and I'm encouraging all of us here to ensure that we don't have a great time in Ghana.
Thank you. Thank you.
I got you.
Let us know when you're coming back. Once you get a date, you can count on the night show. Once you get a date, you can
get a love for airplane, but you are
comfortable in Ghana.
Once you get to Ghana, you call me.
I made a CEO to come in there. I'm sending the CEO the link right now. Oh my God. This is
boy got love for the country.
You got love, my man.
Too much for the country.
You know what? We shall play the Prophet T voice under that thing, man.
But I'm a wing cry.
I don't know what I want. I see he get love, boy. He not make it. He not make. I can see the love. I can see.
I mean, that video never get over, man.
Oh no, man, let's give a laughter.
Remember, I will call you after the show. Let's go,
brother.
Nelson, until you can get to Ghana, you call me on video from your hotel room.
Nelson, when you get to Ghana, I'll take care of you from Ghana.
Until I can inspect our whole room.
The late night show guys, get up in your hand when the print picking up, so you can be able to throw inside. Yeah.
I'm thinking, man.
Nelson, when you guys go to Ghana, right? Let me know so I can arrange things for you before you get in Ghana.
Let us get in the chat room. Let's get in the chat room, Nelson.
Let's get in the chat room. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Next one go sleep, bro.
Yeah, thanks a whole lot.
Good night,
guys. Love, but you will make it. You will make it, Nancy.
Good night, Marie. Good night, Raymond.
Marie, good night.
Good night.
I'm gonna send the link for.
Yeah, Marie, get in the chat room so we can talk about the cleaning stuff.
Yes. Okay.
Nelson, December already came on time.
He's in the chat room.
Oh, good night.
Is Marie in the chat room?
Have you got your camera clear today? You.
No, not yet, Raymond. But don't put me in there.
Chat room.
Okay.
Shelly can point in the chat room.
Yeah, link Mary to it.
Or Maggie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I will get to you.
Nelson, I'm
Thanks a lot.
surprised you guys
I
didn't
know
pick
you talk
Dubai
about
because
it.
the plane ticket is the same as Ghana.
Okay. No, but actually we need
No,
we
we're
have
going to
to
have some kind of
come
discussion.
back to get set up for inauguration.
Yeah, no, we're going in.
A lot of stuff we have.
They maybe we last for inauguration about 2
But Dubai will be a city. You can still come back.
Next thing, make sure a good message.
Wow, come on. Good night to everyone. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Raymond.
Good night, Nelson. Bye. Thank you, Nelson.
Okay.
Sherry, I will call you. I need to call you and Amy. We need to discuss.
On the show,
All
you
right.
say you call Amy and Shelly, you see.
Good night, Nelson.
You go. Okay, bye. Thank you. Thanks a whole lot to you. And folks, I want to say thank you. Thank you, Shirley. Thanks a lot to everyone for being here with us tonight on this edition of the Late Night Show, the Late Night Politics on Spoon. I'm Nelson Colette. And till come your way again, have for yourselves a good night. Liberia is all we have, so let's remember to keep the peace. Thanks to all of you in the comment section. Thanks to those of you who watched the show. Thanks to those of you just listening to your radio. We've been live on Spoon FM, Fabric FM, Super FM, and other radio stations across the country. We've been live on Spoon TV and Fabric TV and Super TV as well, and also on Spoon Talk Live on YouTube. I want to say thanks again. They will come your way again. Have yourselves a good night. Bye-bye.
Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, Stan coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon television.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you will know. There's the children crying for starvation. Just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening, Moreover, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. To spoon. To spoon. You from Vonjema, Maryland, to spoon. To spoon. If you ain't kept on graduate, my brother, to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to spoon. To spoon. You wanna get a news update, to spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, 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 kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you about today? Spoon TV. Yes, what you about today? Spoon TV. Spoon. Skiddy, dabado.